High school basketball is on the air. It's EWAC action times 2 from the Central Fieldhouse this evening as the Central Lady Indians and the Indians host their over-the-hill rivals, the Laramie Lady Plainsmen and Plainsmen, back-to-back right here on 1480 K-Ray. High school basketball is being brought to you by our fine sports sponsors. Now let's send out live to the Fieldhouse for basketball action, conference action, EWAC action, as it's a doubleheader. The Central Lady Indians and the Indians will play host to their longtime rivals, the Lady Plainsmen and Plainsmen of Laramie. To bring us all the exciting action, and he'll kick things off with our pregame show, let's check in now with R.J. Fox right here, right now, on 1480
K-R-A-E, R.J. Fox from
Cheyenne.
The House, along with Doug Arnold. It is high school basketball. We are getting down to the nub. We've only got this weekend and next weekend left, as the Cheyenne Central Lady Indians look to stay atop of the 4A East standings. High school basketball on 1480 K-Ray is brought to you by Affordable Computer Repair, MHP LLP, FNBO, Kia of Cheyenne, Cheyenne Regional Medical Center, Chick-fil-A, Cheyenne Frontier Days, Wyoming Department of Transportation, Halliday Subaru, Meridian Trust Federal Credit Union, Two Doors Down, First Tier Bank, Burns Insurance Agency, Gill Window Company, Page Lane at Number One Properties, Cheyenne Auto Repair and Service, Platte Valley Bank, Fat Boys Tire and Auto, and of course, our scoreboard sponsor, Pepsi of Cheyenne. Back in January, Cheyenne Central made the trip over the hill. That was on the 29th, and they stuck 76 points up against the Lady Plainsmen of Laramie. That is the highest point total scored in the 4A for the girls basketball this year. The Lady Indians rolled through that one. Cheyenne Central 18-1, 9-0 in the conference. Not a lot to say there. They are sitting on top. They are in the catbird seat. The Laramie Lady Plainsmen, they are 2-7 in the conference, 9-10 overall. They are currently setting 6th in the 4A East standings. I had a chance to catch up with Lady Indian head coach Zane Lindsay, and we had a great talk about the girls, about the team. We'll be back to that interview in 2 minutes. 2 minutes. You're listening to and watching high school basketball on 1480 K-Ray.
Since 1986, here's a list of cars and SUVs I have purchased or leased for myself or my family from our local dealers here in Cheyenne. Kia Optima, Sorento, K5, 2 Chevy Blazers, Honda CR-V and 3 Pilots, Aztec, Villager, Trans Am, Pontiac GT, and Grand Am. What do all these vehicles have in common? Well, for service work, even if it was just a simple oil change, they were taken care of by Cheyenne Auto Repair and Service. Larry Priority for Cars in Cheyenne, where John and his great team has always been there to take care of the Priority vehicles, and yours too. John is a TechNet professional, which means he is one of the best in the country to service your car or truck. Make sure your maintenance or minor repair doesn't turn into a major problem. Call Cheyenne Auto Repair and Service today to set up an appointment at 632-0498 or stop in at 604 West Lincoln Way. Cheyenne Auto Repair and Service open Monday through Friday and taking care of your vehicle's needs for over 30 years.
She shoots, she scores. It's nothing but net for your family dinner tonight at Two Doors Down. Two Doors Down is perfect for the active family with an expanded menu featuring Cheyenne's favorite gourmet burgers served with bottomless fries to your favorite platters, pastas, pizzas, salads, a full kids menu, and much, much more. It's Two Doors Down. For a complete menu and specials, go to twodoorsdown.net. Two Doors Down, 118 East 17th Street. Flippin' great burgers since 2009.
MHP is a certified public accounting firm located in both Cheyenne and Fort Collins, offering accounting, tax, and consulting services to businesses, not-for-profit, government, and individual clients. MHP takes pride in their commitment to providing close, personal attention to their clients. They also continue to invest time and resources in continuing education, state-of-the-art computer technology, and valuing their relationships with you. MHP is a proud supporter of local and UW athletics. MHP, check them out at their new location at 1509 Bent Avenue in historic downtown Cheyenne, or
Back to the 1480 K-Ray pregame show. Along with me is South High head coach Brody Epler. And, Coach, as we are getting down towards the end of the season, just a couple of weeks left, been a rough season for the Lady Bison. There's not a lot you can say, is there?
Yeah, I mean, statistically and record-wise, it has been a long season. But with that being said, there's a lot of victories and a lot of accomplishments and a lot of things that we're still proud of, even despite the record and despite the statistics that might be out there. And, you know, to be honest, we kind of knew going into this year that we were going to be outmatched in a lot of contests.
Right.
We talked at the beginning of the year about getting some games on the schedule that we could be competitive in. And everyone that watches, you know, 4A basketball or even partially pays attention to 4A basketball, they know that the east side, both boys and girls, is the toughest basketball in the state. And we know that. So coming into this conference slate, we kind of knew the reality of things. So we chose to focus on some small victories, some small accomplishments, the growth that we see. So not necessarily quantitative, but more qualitative in terms of what we're looking for.
Now, there have been bright spots for the Lady Bison through the season. You look, I can look, you know, Lawson Quist, Maddie Morales, Caitlin Brennan. They've all actually had a fairly decent year.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. And then there's 3 seniors on the team that we asked to kind of lead, not just in terms of the basketball, but in terms of the being the right type of student athlete and being the right type of kid. And those are the things that you don't necessarily see in the newspaper or, you know, here on the box score. But those 3 have really set the tone for the type of kid, the type of student athlete that the younger girls are expected to be, not just during basketball season, but during volleyball season, during softball season, during the summer when school's not in session. So they've met those expectations. And then you talk about the younger kids. You know, we got 2 juniors that have started a bit. We have 3 sophomores that have started a bit, 5 sophomores that have played varsity minutes. We have 2 freshmen that have played varsity minutes.
You knew from the outset you have a very young team.
Yeah, and those young girls are going to take some lumps, especially when you throw them to the Wolves or throw them to the Sharks at 4A varsity basketball. But girls like Lyric Gay, a sophomore that's going to start tonight, Caitlin Brennan, a sophomore that started every single game, and you know the Brennan girl, she's getting her confidence up and she's getting more and more shots up. Her skill is there, and I do think over the next year that skill is going to really show, and she's going to be a kid that you guys are really talking about on the radio and in the years to come. Lyric Gay, Elena Lopez Lunsford is another sophomore that started for us. She's a big physical kid that can put the ball in the hole. And then Eliza Moore, Lexi Pushkar, those are 2 other sophomores. Krissa Lunsford, Z Royal, those are 2 freshmen that are getting minutes. So there's some names there that I'm kind of dropping intentionally because they're names that are going to become familiar to the people that follow 4A basketball in the years to come.
They're coming. Now, technically, you know, we're playing at Storage Gym. This is a South home game.
True.
Right? This is a South home game. Now let's talk about the opposition. Boy, they are across town, and what can you say? Cheyenne, they are absolutely loaded. They're coming into this game. They are 17-1 in overall, 8-0 in the conference. And it don't get any easier because you got East right behind them. They're
number 2.
Number 2. So really, I mean, it's like East Central, and then there's everybody else.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if I would agree with that. I would say there's East Central, Sheridan, and Campbell. I say those 4 teams. I think it's going to be interesting how that shakes out. Maybe not at regionals, but definitely at state.
Right.
I believe it'll be one of those 4 teams. Green River's decent on the other side, but I do believe that it's one of those 4 teams. But it'll be there'll be some good games between those 4 teams. But
go ahead. I was going to say, you and I had a discussion about this a little bit. You get through the regular season. You get to the regional tournament. That first day, it's a 1-game tournament.
Yeah.
You win, you go to state.
Mm-hmm.
Lose, your season's over.
And, you know, that was something that was decided amongst the ADs this year in terms of having 7 teams on this side, or do we find a way to make it double elimination, or is that Thursday single elimination? And I think some coaches were like, well, I want to play 2 games. And I'm like, give me 1 chance, and I feel like the odds are a little bit better rather than trying to win 2. Maybe it comes down to matchups. Maybe it comes down to a couple girls having the game of their lifetime.
You just need a puncher's shot. You just need a puncher's chance.
That's why you play the game.
That's why you play the game. Absolutely. All right. So looking at the Lady Central Indians,
they're phenomenal.
There is not a lot of weak spots from top to bottom. And how do you go at them?
Well, not only are they one of the most skilled teams in 4A, but they're more guard heavy than a post presence. But the way that they play, especially when they're able to dictate the pace, is so full court and fast that they don't necessarily need a post presence. Now, I think that's going to matter when you get against those other 3 teams, whether it be East,
Right.
Campbell, or Sheridan. But you know, there's those 3 seniors that have started, I think, now for 3 years: the Wade girl, the Temple girl, and the Kelly girl. Then the Newton girls, McKay Gehrig, and I know I'm forgetting a couple names, so I apologize to their families listening, because there's so much skill and so many good players. Coach Lindsay's doing a really nice job. He's got a good staff built. It's his 2nd year with those kids. They've bought into him, so they're doing a great job, as their record shows, as the stats show. And they're a great group of kids. One thing about playing in town is the kids, and you know their families.
Yep.
And you cheer for them, even though it's kind of like, oh, gosh, I hope you have an off night tonight. But you still cheer for them.
I want you to play well.
Yeah.
Not that well.
Yeah, actually, I want you to play horrible. But every other game, I want you to play well.
That's what makes these crosstown rivalries so interesting, because first of all the kids know each other.
Yeah. Yep.
It's like, they've crossed paths in softball.
Yep.
Summer basketball camps. That. The soccer, volleyball. They know.
Yep, they're friends, and
Yeah.
and they should be. I know Charlie Mellish, one of our seniors, she plays competitive softball with the Kelly girl. Lawson Quist, she's a soccer star, and she plays competitive soccer with a good chunk of girls from different teams.
Yeah.
So it's cool for them to get to go out there and play with their peers and kids that they consider friends. Hopefully we can go out and give a quarter or 2 of competitive basketball, and maybe a little bit more.
Maybe a little bit more.
So.
Head coach Brody Epler of the Lady Bison of Cheyenne South. Coach, thanks for making your way up to the store, up here at the Crow's Nest.
I want to tell you guys thank you for all you do for Cheyenne sports. I've appreciated you guys for 4 years, probably longer than that, but thanks for covering everyone and treating us right. So I appreciate you guys.
Thanks for making the trip up here. Holy smokes, I had to take a break on the way up here.
I'll try not to trip on my way down.
Please don't. Please don't. All right, we'll be back and set the starting lineups for you. Back in 60 seconds, you're listening to and watching high school basketball on 1480 K-Ray.
Hi, this is Brian with the Gill Window Company. Did you know we build our own windows right here in Cheyenne? The interior of our vinyl framed windows has been re-engineered over the years with upgrades to handle Wyoming's harsh weather. They are energy efficient windows with low E glass that redirects heat waves to keep your home warmer in the winter and cooler in the summer. See for yourself why the Gill Window Company shatters the competition. Visit gillwindow.com or call us today at 778-3037.
Chick-fil-A at Windmill and Delrange serves up breakfast, lunch, and dinner each Monday through Saturday. And at Chick-fil-A, they don't have to stray from their menu. They're proud of what they do all the time. Chicken. Check them out online at CheyenneChicken.com and have them cater your next event. Use the convenient drive-thrus. Come inside or use the Chick-fil-A app to do your next order. Chick-fil-A at Windmill and Delrange.
Cheyenne Central High School as we get set for the Lady Indians of Cheyenne Central, the Lady Plainsmen.
High school basketball.
For Cheyenne Central, it will be the same 5. It has been a great starting lineup. That is going to be Garrick, McKay Garrick, Talon Wade, Carson Temple, Izzy Kelly, and Ava Newton. For Laramie, Carson Meelam, Samantha Matthews, Stacy Ruckles, Riley Lake, and Ava Kruger. All right, our presentation of colors going on right now. We've got the national anthem upcoming, and we'll be back with the opening tip-off with the opening tip-off from Cheyenne Central High School. Back in 2 minutes. Back in 2. You're listening to and watching high school basketball on 1480 K-Ray.
Meridian Trust Federal Credit Union is now offering a simple way to help make your money work for you. Meridian Trust will now pay 4% interest on their Max Rewards free checking accounts with balances up to $25,000 per month. Get all the details at mymeridiantrust.com or stop by your local Meridian Trust branch with 3 locations in Cheyenne. 4349 East Lincoln Way, 1602 East Prairie Avenue, and downtown at 2223 Warren Avenue. Right now is the perfect time to become a Meridian Trust member. Meridian Trust Federal Credit Union, where your deposits are safely insured by the NCUA. Be sure to stop in today.
Overnight stays, weekend getaways, or last-minute vacations. However you choose to get away, earn double rewards on your travel purchases with your Platte Valley Bank Rewards credit card. Earning is twice as nice on hotels, airlines, car rentals, and more, now through December 31st. As always, earn 1 point per dollar spent on everything else, plus no annual fee. Apply now at pvbank.com and start earning double today.
Platte Valley Bank, member FDIC. Subject to credit approval, certain restrictions apply. Special offer only valid on consumer rewards credit card.
Page Lane at Number One Properties is a tremendous supporter of our local student athletes and extends sincere best wishes during the season to our local and county high schools. Page is extremely proud to be a member of our great community. So when buying or selling your property, the one name people have trusted through the years to take care of your personal needs and desires for your home is Page Lane at Number One Properties, including making sure that all I's are dotted and T's are crossed. And most importantly, Page is thankful for your referrals too. Talk with Page Lane today at Number One Properties.
Community is caring. Hi, this is Bobby Jo McGraw, and at Platte Valley Bank, not only do we provide a variety of financial services, we also provide leadership and volunteer time to support many community activities. We give our time, talent, and resources to help local organizations.
R.J. Fox back to the field house at Cheyenne Central High School as the colors coming off the floor. Great presentation by Cheyenne Central. Both of the ROTC units at Cheyenne East, Cheyenne Central, very good, very well drilled. All right, we are ready for our introduction of the players on the floor. I gave them to you quickly, but now let's go down a little more in depth. McKay Garrick for Cheyenne Central is 5'3" and a senior. Taylon Wade is 5'9" and a senior. Carson Temple, 5'11" and a senior. Izzy Kelly is 5'8" and a senior. Ava Newton, 5'9" and a senior. So for Cheyenne Central, a senior-laden squad. You've also got on that senior lineup Sammy Schaefer, who is 5'10" and a senior. Reagan Gebhardt is 5'4" and a senior. Elise Newton is 5'9" and a senior. So for this Cheyenne Central squad, and the 8 seniors on the varsity lineup, they are approaching 4 years of work.
They are culminating
in the next couple of weeks, the next 2 to 3 weeks. They've got Laramie tonight. They take care of business. They'll be 19-1, 10-0 in the conference. And you're going to be looking at a matchup next Friday night against Cheyenne East.
That's for sure. And Cheyenne East is no slouch team. They're a good team.
No, the Lady T-Birds, I'm sure, are looking for a little get back from that week 2 drubbing that they took at the hands of Cheyenne Central. Now, games that have already been played. For Laramie, they played Cheyenne East Wednesday night, and Cheyenne East defeated Laramie 58-34. So Laramie has already been drubbed once by a Cheyenne school this week.
Yeah.
So you're looking at week number 2, game night number 2 coming up.
Yeah.
We will check that scoreboard coming up in just a little bit. And again for Laramie, Carson Milam, Samantha Matthews, Stacy Ruggles, Riley Lake, and Ava Kruger. Cheyenne Central in their home white uniforms. Black numerals, black trim around the bottom of the trunks, and red trim around all the lettering.
Standard issue Cheyenne
Standard issue Central, standard issue Cheyenne Central uniform. For Laramie, they are in their road maroons, gold numerals. As we are set to get underway from the field house. And you'll hear another voice from time to time. We're breaking Doug Arnold into doing a little color for us from time to time. He's sitting over here running the camera. Might as well give him some double duty.
Yeah, try to talk and chew gum at the same time.
This is it. This is where you're going to learn that.
I'm getting better at that, RJ.
Yeah. Carson Temple will step into the middle circle against Carson Milam. And the tip-off will be controlled by Cheyenne Central. Wade to the near side, brings it around near side to Temple. Temple hands off to Garrick, who brings it around to Newton. Newton near side to Izzy Kelly. Inside shot up, no good by Temple. Rebounded out by Laramie, and the outlet pass is going to go almost into the bleachers. It was saved by Ava Kruger. But they're going to say that Kruger had a foot on the line, so with the turnover, and I'm going to do my best to count turnovers tonight. We'll see how that goes. Just underway from the field house. We are scoreless, 7:25 to go. Central with the basketball. Kelly on the near side goes to Garrick, top of the key. They'll swing it to the far side to Wade. Wade gives it off again to Newton. Newton brings it around, gives it off to Temple. Temple into the corner. There's a shot up for 3 off the far side of the rim by Wade. Rebound is going to be out of bounds. Last touch by Central. So Laramie will get it back as we are at the 6:59 mark. And Cheyenne Central in this 1-2-2, it is full court pressure. Laramie with the basketball. Matthews down the lane, puts it up, and good. Samantha Matthews has the first bucket of the ball game. Central down in a hurry. There's Temple. Temple tapped away by one of the Lady Plainsmen. It will be Central basketball underneath their own end, triggering it in. Will be Carson Temple. Gets it off to Izzy Kelly. 5-footer up and good. We are tied at 2. With the basketball, there's the pass, and it was from Matthews, intended for Milam down the far side, right in front of the Central bench. It is going to go out of bounds into the Central bench, so Lady Indians get it back. Near side, Temple with the basketball, goes far side to Kelly. Kelly, top of the key, swings it around far side to Wade. Wade back on top to Temple. Temple out between the loops, now drives right side, gives it off to Izzy Kelly. Kelly now will reverse, gives it off to McKay Garrick. Garrick with the left hand down to the corner to Wade. Wade dribbles it out, takes the 10-footer. That's off the back of the iron, no good. Rebound is going to be tapped away. Out of bounds, last touch by Laramie. Riley Lake, I think, was the last player to get a hand on that one, so Cheyenne Central will get it back. Lady Indians ball underneath their own basket. Triggering it in was Carson Temple, gets it into Garrick. Garrick down the lane, up, off the glass, won't go. Got her own rebound, tapped it back out, but it'll be grabbed by Matthews of Laramie. Matthews skips it ahead to Kruger. Kruger tried to shoot it into Riley Lake. That pass is going to be knocked away. Last touch by the Lady Indians. So it will be Laramie basketball underneath their own end. 5:36 to go here on the Pepsi scoreboard. They get it into Lake. Lake's shot is partially blocked. Got her own rebound. She'll kick it out to Milam. Milam will swing it around. Three-pointer up, no good by Ruggles. And Cheyenne Central comes out with the basketball. That's Izzy Kelly. Ahead to McKay Garrick. Garrick inside shot up off the glass. Good. That is a great play. And Carson Temple cashed that one in.
Yep. They were ready for that.
They was ready. Laramie with the basketball. They break the press, get it down. 10-foot shot up and good. Carson Milam. We are tied at 4 as we hit the 5-minute mark. Temple with the basketball, gives it to Kelly, back to back to Temple, to McKay Garrick. She'll put up the 3 off the back of the iron, no good. Fight for the rebound, loose on the floor. Laramie comes out with it. Get it across to Matthews. Matthews across half court, swings it over to Milam. Milam, she'll put up the shot, won't go, but I believe she'll be fouled. Ava Newton.
It's moving pretty fast out there. They're going.
The pace has been clipping right along. Not a lot of scoring, but they've been getting up and down the floor.
Yeah.
Carson Milam will get a pair. That is the first team foul. Actually, that was the first foul of the whole game. First shot is up and good. Central, for some reason, is kind of a notorious slow-starting team. As Elizabeth Needham comes into the ball game, she'll replace Kelly. Also into the ball game, Elise Newton, and she will replace Gehrig. As making both the free throws will be Carson Milam, and Laramie with a 6-4 lead. Taylon Wade brings it down for the Lady Indians to Newton. That's Elise in the corner. Inside turnaround jumper from 5, no good from Taylon Wade. Laramie clears it out. They'll get it out to Ruggles. Ruggles now double teamed. Finally gets it out to Matthews. Matthews shoots it ahead to Kruger. Kruger tried to skip a pass, and that is going to go off the leg of a Lady Indian and into the stands. So it will be side out for the Lady Plainsmen. Kruger from the near side. Gets it in. Now we'll bring it across top of the key. Circles around to Ruggles. Ruggles back to Kruger. Kruger, I believe, is going to be bumped right on the end line. And Elizabeth Needham will pick up her second. Needham will pick up her first, team second.
She was trying to sneak back behind all those tall girls.
A little bit, yeah, it didn't work.
Looked like she was in the trees.
Izzy McIntyre checks in for Laramie. As they get it in, pass up, no good. Rebound is going to be grabbed by the Lady Plainsman. That's Matthews. Her shot won't go. And again, is going to be saved right into the hands of Cheyenne Central. Needham gets it across to Wade. Wade drops it off for Temple. Temple back to Needham, top of the key. Inside to Wade, who goes up with the left hand. Can't get it to go. Fight for the rebound, and you'll get a jump ball. Possession arrow is pointing for the Laramie Plainsmen.
Yep.
(6-4) is your score. Cheyenne Central down by 2 with 3.5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. As that pass is going to be over the head of everybody. Laramie has their third turnover of the ball game. It will come out to the Cheyenne Indians, the Central Indians, as Elise Newton will get it into Wade. Wade, top of the key, now goes far side, looked at the 3, now will pass it up, gives it off to Temple. Temple into the lane, puts it up off the glass, won't go, and a whistle. That one, I believe, is going to be on Ava Kruger. Her first, team's first for Laramie. And headed to the line with a pair of free throws will be Carson Temple. Missed the first one. Temple, along with Izzy Kelly, have kind of turned out to be the two major scoring units for Cheyenne Central. Ava Newton kind of hanging around that number 3 spot. Second shot is also no good, but Needham gets the rebound, gives it right back to Temple. Her 10-footer won't go. Laramie gets the rebound, and here come the Lady Plainsmen. As that pass intended for Matthews, going to be picked off, taken away right through her hands, and then stealing it right back will be Matthews. She'll give it off to Kruger. Kruger is now going to be called for the double dribble. So the Lady Plainsmen with 5 turnovers so far here in this first quarter.
Yeah, you just can't make those mistakes like that, especially this early in the game.
Yeah, they would be up by a lot more, but as it is, they're just up by 2, 6-4. Cheyenne Central with the basketball. They got it into Needham. Needham has the shot blocked from behind. I believe that was Kruger that got a hand on it. She gives it off to McIntyre. McIntyre almost lost it. They'll get it back to Kruger. Kruger dumps it into Lake. Back to Kruger, into the lane, up with the one-hander, won't go. Rebound grab by Elise Newton of Cheyenne Central. She'll give it off to Izzy Kelly. Kelly ahead quickly to Temple. Temple up off the glass, won't go. Fight for the rebound. Elise Newton comes up with it, gets it right back into the hands of Temple. Her 2-footer black basically is just point blank missed it.
Yeah.
Lady Indians just cold as heck from the floor. With 2:10 to go, timeout on the floor. It is 6-4 Laramie. We're back in 30. You're listening to and watching high school basketball on 1480 K-Ray.
At First Tier Bank, we strive to keep it simple. We offer great rates on a variety of CDs, and we don't make you open other accounts or be a new customer or use your debit card 12 times a month or have a direct deposit to get them. We leave that nonsense to the new big green bank in town or some colorful credit union. At First Tier, we simply invite you to come on in and call either of our 2 Cheyenne locations and get a great rate on a CD that fits your needs. Simple, the way it should be. First Tier Bank, 1508 Stillwater Avenue, or 18th and Cary in downtown Cheyenne. Member FDIC.
Fieldhouse at Cheyenne Central, and Doug and I were just discussing, it's like Laramie can't hang on to the ball and Cheyenne can't make a bucket.
Yeah.
So
I think that was like 6 or 7 shots in a row that
just
were missed by Cheyenne Central.
Somebody put saran wrap on that thing.
Yeah.
So Central into a 2-2-1 as McKay Garrett gets the steal, gets it ahead to Izzy Kelly. Kelly missed the layup, gets her own rebound, missed a putback, and now Milam will come out with the basketball for Laramie and then travels with it. So again, the Laramie turnover.
3 more shots.
Yeah.
It's
and Izzy Kelly, one of the team's leading scorers from point blank range.
Yeah.
Ava Newton will trigger it in. She'll get it into Kelly, top of the key. Kelly comes near side. Now we'll dump it into the corner to Newton. Newton swings it around to Gehrig, to Needham. Needham inside to Wade. Wade lost control of it, and Laramie will come out with it. McIntyre on the far side. Needham steps right in front of the pass, and Needham is going to get bumped on the way down. You're going to get McIntyre here from Laramie. That'll be her second, team second. Taylon Wade comes out for Central. Checking back in will be Carson Temple. 1:31 to go here on the Pepsi scoreboard. It is 6-4. Laramie with a 2-point lead. We have been stuck there for quite a while. Top of the key, Temple. Temple comes to Gehrig. Gehrig down in the corner to Kelly. Kelly tried to skip one in, and that is going to be off the hands of Temple, out of bounds as Cheyenne Central turns it over. That's their third of the game.
They started slow the other night against South even. You know, it
seems like it takes them a quarter to get cranked up.
Yeah.
Laramie finally gets it across half court. Milam. And now Kelly with the pickoff is down on the floor. She hit the floor hard. Ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Central. So Laramie will get it back. You know, the longer you let this Laramie Plainsman team hang around, as into the lane goes Matthews. Matthews had her pocket picked, but that is McKay Gehrig will get her first. That's team's third. It'll be side out for Laramie right in front of the Central bench. Lady Plainsman going right to left across your K-Ray radio dial. They get it into Sosa, who will give it back off to Matthews. Matthews brings it out with 52 seconds on the scoreboard. McIntyre over on the far side, drives to the free throw line, puts up the shot, doesn't hit anything, and that will be Cheyenne Central basketball. Izzy Kelly bringing it down. Kind of a quiet crowd, lots of buzz.
Yeah.
Everybody's waiting for something to happen for the Lady Indians. Garrick, top of the key, now goes to the wing, gives it off down in the corner to Kelly. Kelly into the lane with one hand, is bumped, lost it. Laramie's going to come out with it, and here come the Lady Plainsmen. Sosa skips it ahead to Matthews. Matthews down to Lake. Lake has her shot blocked by Needham. Coming out with the basketball will be Cheyenne Central, and finally getting one up and in is Carson Temple. On the fast break to tie it at 6 with 5 seconds on the scoreboard. There's a shot over by Sosa. She'll put it up at the buzzer. No good. After 1 quarter of play, lots of up and down, lots of back and forth, but not many biscuits in the basket.
No.
It's Cheyenne Central 6, Laramie 6. We're back after a 30-second timeout. You're listening to and watching high school basketball on 1480 K-Ray.
8 seconds. A test of grit. The clash of brute strength. The battle of man versus beast. 2 nights of PRCA's Extreme Bulls Tour. Bucks into Cheyenne Frontier Days this July 21st and 22nd. The ultimate showdown, where every second counts. Don't miss the Extreme Bulls at Cheyenne Frontier Days. Tickets on sale February 24th at CFDrodeo.com.
Doug Arnold back at the field house, Cheyenne Central High School, where the Lady Indians, the Lady Plainsmen, back and forth, back and forth. We're tied on the scoreboard at 6. Laramie can't hang on to the ball with 7 turnovers in that first quarter.
I think the coach has got to step in and have something to say at those timeouts, because
Cheyenne Central, they got 4 turnovers over their own, but they can't make a basket.
No.
It's like, wow, it's been a struggle.
Total of, what, 6 baskets?
Yeah.
No three-pointers.
Central starts off the quarter with the ball. There's the drive right down the lane, up with the right hand, and finally Carson Temple is starting to cook. Laramie with the basketball. There is another turnover as Izzy Kelly comes up with that one. Off into the corner, shot up, Ava Newton, no good. Rebound, Laramie. Sosa skips it ahead to Milam. Milam shot it down into the corner, intended for Ruggles. That ball is going to be out of bounds. Last touch by the Lady Indians. $7:21 to go here in the Pepsi scoreboard, second quarter. Laramie with the basketball. Kruger, top of the key, goes right side, swings it around, gives it off to Milam. Milam on the elbow, comes back, gets it to Ruggles. Ruggles drives, takes up the 10-footer. Shot's going to be blocked by Wade. She'll take it away. Here come the Lady Indians on the break. There's turnaround, 3-footer from Izzy Kelly.
Okay.
And now the turnover again, Cheyenne, and then giving it right back.
Yeah.
Carson Temple made the pick on the pass and then tried to skip it to Elizabeth Needham, who was heading for the basket. And the pass went right through her hands. So a turnover followed by another turnover. And Laramie will get it end out. Again, here's that 1-2-2 full court press. Matthews skips it ahead, gets it to Ruggles. Ruggles had the shot, passed it up in the corner. Now kicks it out. There's a 3-pointer. Good. Samantha Matthews. She now has 5. Lady Indians back in a hurry. There's Newton. Gives it off to Kelly. Kelly, top of the key. Goes far side, gets it off to Wade. Wade on the elbow. In with the left hand, left it short, rebound knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Laramie.
I think Laramie just needs to settle down. I think they came out of that timeout with like all hyped up.
Yeah.
Because it was close.
Central basketball, Izzy Kelly, turnaround jumper from 10, no good. Rebound, Ava Newton, she can't get it to go on the putback, and Laramie will clear it out. There's Matthews on the far side. Top of the key to Milam. Milam into the lane. Pass is blocked. She got it right back. Back to Matthews. Matthews turns, spins into the lane, kicks it out to Ruggles. Ruggles, she'll drive, then kick it out to Kruger. Top of the key to Ruggles. Now they'll give it off to Matthews. Matthews will bring it out between the loops. Working on Ava Newton, and Ava Newton's going to pick her pocket. Going to give this one off to Carson Temple, who will put it up and in.
There we go.
So the turnover leads to a fast break to make it 12-9 Cheyenne Central. Laramie down quickly. There's a shot up. Samantha Matthews drove into the lane and drove right into Elizabeth Needham. And I think, you're going to get the foul here on Taylon Wade. That'll be her first, team's first. Headed to the line will be Samantha Matthews. She'll get a pair. But Matthews getting bailed out by that foul.
Yeah.
Because she really had no shot. McKay Garrick checks back in. Elise Newton checks back in. Izzy Kelly checks back in for Cheyenne Central. So it will be Temple, Garrick, Newton, Wade, and Kelly for the Lady Indians. Second shot off the side of the iron won't go. Elise Newton clears it out for the Lady Indians. Ahead quickly. Cheyenne Central, Izzy Kelly. How you could let Izzy Kelly loose down the far side with nobody picking her up. It is now 14-10 Cheyenne Central, and now we've got a bit of a discussion. They were discussing something with the Laramie bench. The officials were, but now they'll give it off. It will be Laramie basketball. And they've got the full length of the court to travel. Cheyenne Central in 2-2-1 pressure. And that pass going to be picked off by Wade Kelly. Ahead to Izzy Kelly. And then they turn over right back. Down for the three. That's off the side of the iron. No good. Rebound, McKay Garrick. As she'll run it down the far corner. Gives it off to Izzy Kelly. Into the lane, up at the glass, off the glass, and into the bottom of the bucket is Carson Temple. She now has 8 with 4.5 to go. 4:37 to go in the second quarter, 16-10. Lady Indians up by 6. Timeout Laramie. We're back in 30. You're listening to and watching high school basketball on 1480 K-Ray.
Power your adventures with the all-electric 2024 Subaru Solterra. It has the rugged versatility of standard symmetrical all-wheel drive and 8.3 inches of ground clearance. It's the most advanced Subaru ever with our latest safety technology and zero emissions. The 2024 Subaru Solterra. Love is now electric. The all-new Subaru Solterra with prices starting at $46,340. See dealer for details.
Come in now for the Subaru A Lot of Love event. Experience the Halliday difference at Halliday Subaru.
R.J. Fox, Doug Arnold back at the field house. It'll be Laramie basketball. 4:37 to go on the Pepsi scoreboard, 16-10. Cheyenne Central leads. Again, the 1-2-2 full court pressure from Cheyenne Central. Laramie, Aarons with the basketball. Gets it off to Lake. Lake shoots it ahead to Milam. Milam, she'll drive into the lane. Shot up off the glass, misses everything else. But on the putback, Stacy Ruggles will get the 2, 16-12. As down in a hurry, Carson Temple will drive to the baseline, and she'll be bumped. Claire Evans gets her first. That'll be the first team foul for Laramie, but headed to the line will be Carson Temple. Carson Temple, 10 in the game, but 0 for 2 so far from the free throw line. That one is off the side, no good. I see Temple, her right hand, her right shooting hand, she's got her index finger and her middle finger taped together.
Something's going on with her because she doesn't usually miss free throws.
Yeah, she does, and she's missing them all off to the right.
There she
got that one to go, compensated for that one. She's now 1 for 4, makes it 17-12 Cheyenne Central. Laramie with the basketball, Milam up ahead, shot that one, intended for Riley Lake. Was a great pass, though, to Zane Lindsay.
Zane Lindsay.
Yeah,
nice reception.
It was. Zane made a great catch on that one. So with the turnover, that is the 12th in the ball game for Laramie. Central with the basketball. Kelly, top of the key, goes to Gehrig on the far side.
Nope.
Back to Kelly. Back to Gehrig. She'll take the 3. Off the side of the iron, won't go. Rebound, grabbed by Central. And Taylon Wade had it, tried to dump it into Kelly, but the pass is going to be picked off. So Laramie gets it down in a hurry. Up for 3, no good by Milam. McKay Gehrig with the offside rebound. Gives it off to Wade. Wade down in the corner, Izzy Kelly. Kelly will try her luck for 3. That won't go, but the rebound is going to be grabbed by Carson Temple, and she now has 13. 3:07 to go on the Pepsi scoreboard. Ahrens gives it off to Ruggles. Now they'll come near side to Mathil. Down into the corner to Ruggles. Ruggles, she'll drive the baseline, put up the shot off the side of the iron, don't go. And Central on the run. And stopping and popping from about 10 feet away, but missing everything, was Carson Temple. Laramie will clear it out. Off to Milam. Milam to the free throw line. Goes far side. Skips the pass out to Mathil. Mathil back to Ruggles. Ruggles swings it around. Three-pointer up, no good by Milam. A fight for the rebound and a whistle.
So she's tried that three-pointer twice. Milam, I think.
Hasn't connected either time.
No, it looks like it's the right trajectory, but.
Claire Ahrens gets the personal for Laramie as the Lady Plainsmen trot in 4 new players. Cheyenne Central likewise swaps a couple out.
Oh, I'm on the wrong end of the court here.
Yeah. Wade gets it off to Kelly to Temple. Back to Kelly, back to Wade on the far side. Kelly top of the key to Temple for 3. Count it. Carson Temple starting to feel it now. 22-12, Lady Indians up by 10. 2:07 to go on the Pepsi scoreboard. Kruger. And that one is going to be tipped away, taken away. Izzy Kelly with the steal. Off to Taylon Wade. Her shot won't go. Rebound grabbed by Laramie. Schaefer gives it off to Matthews. Matthews. Top of the key to Ruggles. Ruggles drives to the free throw line. Shot up off the back of the iron. No good. Taylon Wade with the rebound for Cheyenne Central. And you'll get a foul in the backcourt. I believe Samantha Matthews will pick up her first for the Lady Plainsmen. That'll be the 3rd team foul. So rather quietly, Cheyenne Central kind of started making baskets.
Yeah.
Laramie, on the other hand, hasn't stopped turning it over. So at least one team has kind of figured out their problem, as the Lady Indians have kind of crawled out here to a 10-point lead.
Their shooting got better, Central's shooting got better, and Laramie is still struggling a little bit.
Yeah, well, that full court press, that causes a lot of issues. Kelly brings it around to Newton. Newton back to Kelly. She'll take the 3. Off the side of the iron, won't go. Rebound is going to be tipped right into Taylon Wade. And Taylon Wade will put it back in. No, they'll say that was Carson Temple who got that one.
I think it was.
And Carson Temple now with 18. McIntyre with the basketball for Laramie. Tried to shoot it in underneath the basket. And right into the middle of that mess was Talon Wade. There was Wade, Sosa, and Milam. And the ball went out of bounds. It's going to be last touched by the Lady Plainsmen, so Central gets it back. Pass intended for Wade. Wade was right there. Ava Newton was right there. They fought for it, and the ball consequently came loose, knocked out of bounds.
Just rolled off of the court.
McKay Garrick checks back in for Izzy Kelly. 24-12 with 41 seconds to go. Again, Central in that full court pressure defense as Needham almost got the steal. Coming out with it is McIntyre of Laramie. She will shoot it ahead to Sosa. Her shot won't go. Wade with the rebound. 28 seconds to go. Ahead to Needham. Needham trying to get it to McKay Garrick. Needham would have been better just to hang on to it, as that will be a turnover. And the 9th one of the game for the Lady Indians. Gives it off to Sosa. Laramie with the ball. 11 seconds as Matthews will now pull it out. They'll play for the last shot. Matthews down the lane, up off the glass, and good. She now has 8 as a shot at the buzzer, no good. After 2 quarters of play, the Lady Plainsmen still find themselves down by 10.
Yep.
Yeah, so the Lady Indians out in front, 24-14 on the Pepsi scoreboard. We're back after a 2-minute timeout. Back in 2. You're listening to and watching high school basketball on 1480 K-Ray.
There's a lot going on here with the new 2025 Kia Carnival MPV. AJ Miller here for Kia of Cheyenne. It's time to see the new 2025 Kia Carnival with new styling, redesigned wheels, headlight and taillight design, a 287 horsepower engine and extensive driver assistance features, plus available dual power sunroofs, heated ventilated seats, and premium audio. Come by Kia of Cheyenne, call 775-0123 or go to kiaofcheyenne.com and we'll make it easy.
At Fat Boys Tire and Auto, our business is about more than just selling tires and fixing cars. We believe in faith, family, and community. The Fat Boys family has been serving Wyoming and Nebraska for over 50 years, and 3 generations later, our values have never changed. When you need tires or auto repairs, find the Fat Boys, and we'll treat you like family. Fat Boys Tire and Auto in Cheyenne, Laramie, Scottsbluff, and Wheatland. Get price quotes and schedule service at fatboystires.com.
Ready to level up? Show your team pride every time you pay with the new lineup of FNBO Visa Debit Fan Cards. Free with any FNBO checking account. Unlike any card you've seen, with unique design, raised detail, and premium finish. Pay in style, everywhere you go. The new collection, only from FNBO. Visit fnbo.com/debit to get yours.
From your head to your toes, we're here to keep you moving. With consultation, treatment, and rehabilitation all in one location, it's easier than ever to get the level of care you deserve.
Yeah, at the field house where Cheyenne Central
Regional.
finds themselves
We
with a
inspire
10-point
great
lead
health.
here at the half. 24-14. Let's check the scoring. First for Cheyenne Central and head coach Zane Lindsay. You don't have to go very far into the scorer's book. Carson Temple with 18. Izzy Kelly with 6.
And that's it.
That's it. That's all you got. You got Izzy Kelly and Carson Temple, and pretty much that's the whole ball game. Lady Indians putting up 6 in the first, 18 in the second. Scoring for the Laramie Plainsmen and head coach Terrence Reese. You got Carson Milam with 4, Samantha Matthews with 8, Stacy Ruggles with 2. That's all the farther they go. Yeah, the Lady Plainsmen put up 6 in the first, 8 in the second. The turnover battle is unofficial, strictly unofficial. But I have Cheyenne Central with 8, Laramie with 14. And that was kind of the story of that whole first half. A lot of that first half, Cheyenne Central couldn't make a bucket, and Laramie couldn't hang on to the ball. Cheyenne Central missed multiple shots from point blank.
They did, and at one point I think I counted 8 shots in a row, and I think 6 of them were from shots from Temple.
Yeah,
and she's got the most points. She would have been almost double what she is now.
It has been something else as the Lady Indians have come out here a little cold in this contest. All right, let's check the scoreboard. As I mentioned earlier, this Lady Plainsman team was in action on Wednesday night as they took on Cheyenne East. It was Cheyenne East getting the win going away 58-34. Scores from yesterday in 4A, Jackson defeated Riverton 35-32 in the conference game. Jackson snaps a 79-game losing streak with that win.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. So the Jackson Lady Bronx, I believe, defeating Riverton 35-32, and again breaking a 79-game losing streak. Also from yesterday, Cheyenne East defeats Cheyenne South. That was a conference contest. Cheyenne East 50, Cheyenne South 24. Star Valley defeated Evanston 47-21. That was in conference action as well. Down through some of the other classes in the southeast corner of the state, Torrington defeated Wheatland 54-34 in Class 3A. In 1A, Rock River defeated Guernsey Sunrise 33-21. KC over Midwest 40-35. Not much to catch on to there. A lot of games scheduled for today. Rock Springs is at Natrona. That one tipped off a couple of hours ago. Campbell County is in Sheridan. That should be a pretty entertaining ball game there. Campbell County ranked number 3, Sheridan ranked number 4.
Yeah, that's kind of the north crosstown rival up there.
Yeah,
even though they have Thunder Basin there, Gillette and Sheridan for years.
Yeah, so it's anytime it's just Gillette Sheridan, and I don't think Sheridan folks really care if it's Campbell County or Thunder Basin, either one.
I don't think so either.
It's Gillette, so that's it. So that game tipped at 5:30. Do not have a score on that one as yet. Green River is at Kelly Walsh. That one also tipped at 5:30. Of course, here you've got Laramie Cheyenne Central. Some of the other games on the schedule. Burns is at Glen Rock tonight. That one tipped at 5:30. That was a conference game. Looking down through some of the other scores. Lingo Fort Laramie at Guernsey Sunrise. Pine Bluffs taking on Lusk. That one in inter-class matchup. That one tipped at 5:30. Do not have a score from that one. For tomorrow in girls basketball, in 4A, Rock Springs is at Kelly Walsh. That game at 11:30. Green River at Natrona at 1 o'clock. And you've got Star Valley at Riverton at 3 o'clock. In 3A, Torrington is at Burns at 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. That is a conference game. And trying to look down to find some of our more southeast corner. Lingo Fort Laramie takes on Pine Bluffs. That an inter-class matchup, 1A, 2A. Lingo Fort Laramie and Pine Bluffs tip at 2:30 tomorrow afternoon. All right, we've got a couple of minutes left here at halftime. Again, on the Pepsi scoreboard, it is 24-14 as Cheyenne Central leading by 10 as we head for the second half. We'll take a 2-minute timeout, a 2-minute break. You are listening to and watching high school basketball on 1480 K-Ray.
She shoots, she scores. It's nothing but net for your family dinner tonight at Two Doors Down. Two Doors Down is perfect for the active family with an expanded menu featuring Cheyenne's favorite gourmet burgers served with bottomless fries to your favorite platters, pastas, pizzas, salads, a full kids menu, and much, much more. It's Two Doors Down. For a complete menu and specials, go to twodoorsdown.net. Two Doors Down, 118 East 17th Street. Flippin' great burgers since 2009.
MHP is a certified public accounting firm located in both Cheyenne and Fort Collins, offering accounting, tax, and consulting services to businesses, not-for-profit, government, and individual clients. MHP takes pride in their commitment to providing close, personal attention to their clients. They also continue to invest time and resources in continuing education, state-of-the-art computer technology, and valuing their relationships with you. MHP is a proud supporter of local and UW athletics. MHP, check them out at their new location at 1509 Bent Avenue in historic downtown Cheyenne, or call 634-2151.
Hi, this is Brian with the Gill Window Company. Did you know we build our own windows right here in Cheyenne? The interior of our vinyl framed windows has been re-engineered over the years with upgrades to handle Wyoming's harsh weather. They are energy efficient windows with low E glass that redirects heat waves to keep your home warmer in the winter and cooler in the summer. See for yourself why the Gill Window Company shatters the competition. Visit gillwindow.com or call us today at 778-3037.
R.J. Fox back at the field house. Cheyenne Central hanging on a 24-14 lead here at the half. Again, Cheyenne Central in their white home uniforms. Black trim, black numerals, red outline. Laramie in their maroon, white numerals, gold trim.
Is it gold?
Yeah, I think so. Yellow, gold, something in there.
Yeah.
It'll be Laramie basketball to begin this third quarter of play.
Whoops.
And
There we go.
right away, you get a turnover, number one. Garrick forces that one, and Garrick down on the fast break is going to be fouled by Samantha Matthews. Or they're just going to say that ball was just knocked out of bounds, last touch by Laramie. Okay.
All righty.
So Central gets it underneath their own basket as Central, Temple out on top to Izzy Kelly, goes over to Garrick, comes out, back on top to Temple. Temple into the corner to Wade. Wade tried to pitch that one back. It is going to be picked off, and then McKay Garrick will pick it off right back. And picking up the basketball will be Izzy Kelly. She'll step in. A whistle as Kelly will be fouled by Carson Milam. So for Laramie, it's Milam, Matthews, Ruggles, Lake, and Kruger, the same five that started the game. Same thing for Cheyenne Central. McKay Garrick, Talon Wade, Carson Temple, Izzy Kelly, and Ava Newton. At the line, Izzy Kelly, who puts the first shot up off the back of the iron.
I just don't think there's enough air in the basketball tonight.
Yeah,
It's got to be something.
Something's not bouncing right. Missed them both. And Laramie will come out with the basketball. Central. That's the coldest shooting I've seen in a long time.
Yeah.
Ruggles with the ball for Laramie. Now goes far side to Matthews. Matthews puts it up for three, won't go. Rebound grab by Talon Wade. Wade shoots it ahead to Temple. Temple to Izzy Kelly. Back out to Talon Wade. Signs up the three, won't go. Rebound Central, and they kick it back out to Garrick. She'll put up the three, that won't go. Rebound Talon Wade. Finally, she'll get the boot back. And man, oh man, that was almost like pulling teeth.
It was.
As now Central drops into that 1-2-2 half-court pressure. Getting it across is Matthews. Matthews, though, gets down in the corner where she is double-teamed. And you're going to get a timeout. She's going to say, yeah, timeout on the floor. Matthews trapped against the far side. Timeout Laramie at 6:24 to go on the Pepsi scoreboard. We're back in 30. You're listening to and watching high school basketball on 1480 K-Ray.
You know, right now is the perfect time to start thinking about the holidays. Hi, this is Larry Prowdy for Gift Connections, now on eBay. On your computer, go to ebay.com/str/gift connections without the I connections and sample all of the exquisite line of Rolf Lidberg figurines and Tom-Tars that are imported from Sweden and sold here in Cheyenne and Laramie County. These are wonderful conversation pieces, or add that special extra touch during the holiday season. And they're also great gift ideas, too. Vince, the Cheyenne veteran, reminds you to order today and save 30% off your next order, and he'll deliver your order the next day. Holiday shopping is so easy when you find Gift Connections now on eBay.
Back to the field house at Cheyenne Central High School. The Lady Indians leading 26-14. Laramie has yet to score here in the second half, third quarter. Cheyenne Central with just the 2 by Taylon Wade. And it's not that Central isn't putting up shots. Laramie basketball in front of the Laramie bench. They get it in, swing it around far side to Kruger. Kruger on the elbow, looking for somebody inside. Finally tries to dump it into Milam. Milam going to be tied up, and she will be fouled. I believe they'll tag Ava Newton. They do. So
they're working really hard to get that ball inside under the basket, and they just can't get it in there.
No, and Central just laying back, just waiting to pick off passes. The first free throw up and good by Milam. Laramie 3 of 4, 4 of 5. 5 of 6 from the charity stripe. So Laramie doing the job on the free throw line. Central back in a hurry. Izzy Kelly puts up the 3, won't go. Rebound fought for. Cheyenne Central gets it. Kelly kicks it into Newton. Newton has it tipped away, out of bounds. Ball last touched by Laramie. As Needham will kick in. Elise Newton will check in for Cheyenne Central. And Ireland Hickson. It'll be Lady Indian basketball underneath their own hoop. Kick it into Needham. She'll kick it out to Wade for the 3. Off the side of the iron, won't go. Rebound, long rebound, fought for. And now you'll get a whistle as Elizabeth Needham has picked up her second. Team second. And it will be Laramie basketball. Again, Lady Indians in a 1-2-2 full court press. Right up front is Needham. She is a pretty agile girl for 5'10". Laramie gets it around. Tried to attempt the pass, and it is going to be tipped away, taken away. Needham with the tip, with the steal, and the drive and the bucket will be Newton, and she has 20. Or rather, Temple. So Carson Temple with the score. And now you'll get the pass is going to be picked off. Central. There is Needham. She'll drive to the hoop, and she will get it in. So Central turned that turnover into points within seconds. It is 30-16. That pass knocked away into the Central bench. Last touch by Temple.
I think Laramie needs to get it up the court faster. They're taking too much time to get it.
Yeah, well, it's like they're giving Central time to set their defense.
Yeah.
They're paying for it. So again, Central, once they get down, are in a man-to-man defense. They dump it into Milam. Milam shot up off the glass, won't go. Gets her own rebound. And that shot is going to be blocked from behind by Needham. Here comes the Lady Indians. There's Hickson. Tried to kick it back out. That pass is going to be tipped away, taken away by Laramie. McIntyre comes out with it. I believe it was Ruggles that got the hand on it. So with 4.5 to go, other than the 2 free throws, Laramie has not scored. As that pass intended for McIntyre, they're going to say, yeah, this should be Central basketball. Izzy Kelly will check back in for Cheyenne Central. Sherwood plays Talon Wade. Kelly near side gives it off to Temple. Temple hands it off to Needham. Needham will drive up off the glass. Good. Elizabeth Needham on the dribble drive from the charity stripe. Made that one count. It is 32-16. As we've hit the 4-minute mark here in the third quarter. And that one tapped away from behind by Needham. As Needham lost it and getting it back, going to give it off to Temple. And Temple will have 22. Needham made the original steal and then had the ball tapped away from her as this pass is almost stolen away by Carson Temple. The height of Cheyenne Central is right up front in the front court. And Laramie is struggling just to get it across half court. 3:36 to go on the Pepsi scoreboard. Lady Indians out in front, 34-16. Kruger goes to the far side, now will reverse, gets it across to McIntyre. McIntyre drives, tried to wrap the pass around Izzy Kelly, but cannot. It is going to get knocked out of bounds. They're going to say last touch by Central.
They're stopping too soon. When they bring the ball down, they stop. And then that Central immediately goes into that defense.
Yeah, like they're waiting for him.
Yeah.
Laramie with the basketball. There is the steal. That is like the 7th turnover. Izzy Kelly will collect the 2 points on the payoff. She has 8 and it is now 36-16. Cheyenne Central by 20. Matthews gives it off to Mathel. Mathel, hair pass is going to be picked off. As almost losing it going down the far side is Temple. She does lose it out of bounds. So Central with only their 3rd turnover of this quarter. As changes in for Cheyenne Central, we'll pick those up as they go. Matthews with the ball for Laramie. Gives it off to Mathel, down into the corner. They go to McIntyre. Swing it back around to Matthews. Matthews puts up the 3-pointer, won't go. Rebound grabbed by McIntyre. She drops it for Ruggles. Ruggles struggles, finally gets it out. Into the corner they go to Mathel. Mathel up for 3, won't go. Rebound is fought for. Mathel comes out with it for Laramie, and you're going to get a whistle. Talon Wade picks up her 2nd. Team's 3rd here in the 3rd quarter. Laramie basketball underneath their own end. Into the corner to Mathel. Mathel puts up the 3. The lefty left it short. Rebound grabbed by Central and landing out of bounds. Ava Newton, or rather Carson Temple, had the rebound. Nope, that was Newton. Newton had the rebound, and her momentum just carried her right out of bounds. So 2:15 to go. Laramie gets it again underneath their own end. Kruger will trigger it in. Goes far side to Matthews. Matthews drives into the lane. Shot blocked by Needham. To Izzy Kelly, to McKay Garrick, up with the left hand. It's good. 38-16 as we hit the 2-minute mark.
That's her first basket, isn't it?
It is. And now almost turning it over again. But now they do, as making the pick on that pass is Ava Newton. Off to Needham. Tried to hit Izzy Kelly. Kelly had too much momentum, is going to end up going out of bounds. Tried to kick the basketball back. It hits the back of the backboard and then bounds off into the stands.
Yeah.
So it will be Laramie basketball underneath. They got the long distance to go.
Now take it down.
Kruger shoots this one ahead to McIntyre. McIntyre doesn't get it. Needham's going to block that shot. Talon Wade had it and then couldn't hang on to it. Ball skips out of bounds. It will go back to the Lady Plainsmen. 1:31 to go here in the 3rd. It is 38-16 as this inbounds pass going to miss everybody. Intended for McIntyre. is going to go out of bounds. That is the 10th turnover here in the third quarter for Laramie. They have a ton. Unofficially, I've got them for 24 turnovers so far in the game. It'll be Central basketball. They'll get it ahead to Taylon Wade. Wade gets it across half court, then lost it. Laramie comes out with it. Milam, she'll drive, and she'll be fouled. Ava Newton has picked up her third for Cheyenne Central. Laramie ball underneath their own end. Got it into McKinney. Swinging around, shot up for three, in, out, won't go. Rebound, fought for, loose on the floor, and coming out with it will be Cheyenne Central. That's Needham. Ahead to Izzy Kelly. Back to McKay Garrick for three. In, out, won't go. Rebound, loose on the floor. Laramie comes out with it. There's a pass ahead to Milam. Milam, a 1-on-2, and she is going to draw the foul on her way to the basket. McKay Garrett gets her second. That is the 5th team foul for Cheyenne Central. Carson Milam would have been shooting free throws anyway, as that one was in the act. Missed the first. And you're going to get a brand new 5 for Cheyenne Central. There's Schaefer, Carson Temple, Elise Newton, Ireland Hickson, and Reagan Gebhardt. The Central bench is deep.
Yeah, they are.
Making the second is Carson Milam, so she is 5 out of 6, and now with the turnover, Laramie gets it back. There's a shot up by McIntyre, won't go, but she is going to be fouled by Sammy Schaefer. Lady Indians getting a little loose with the basketball up the far sideline. Izzy McIntyre heads to the line for Laramie. Makes the first. Second on the way is also good. All the Laramie points have been from the free throw line as the Lady Indian, who are down in a hurry, Ireland Hickson all by herself, is going to break that, and it is now 40-19. 21-point Cheyenne Central lead. Laramie just trying to get it across half court. Finally do. McIntyre will put up the running one-hander, won't go, but again, she is going to be fouled. And there you got Sammy Schaefer collecting her second.
Those two guards for Laramie are running their tails off.
Yeah.
When they're bringing the ball up, if they don't get it right up, Central's defense is all over them. There's no place for them to go.
No. Izzy McIntyre makes the first. Laramie has not scored a point from the floor this quarter. They have 7 points, but it's all from the free throw line. Hickson down quickly to Elise Newton. Newton had it, lost it. Central gets it back. Schaefer, top of the key. Into the corner to Hickson. Hickson shot, won't go. Rebound, Newton. She'll put it back up and in, and good. Elise Newton into the scorebook. Makes it 42-21. Laramie with 1 second to go. A shot at the buzzer won't go. After 3 quarters of play, Cheyenne Central 42, Laramie 21. We're back in 30 seconds. You're listening to and watching high school basketball on 1480 K-Ray.
In the last week of July, you'll find the superstars of rodeo at Cheyenne Frontier Days. The world's top cowboys, cowgirls, buck and brocks, and toughest bulls. Grab your hat, pull on your boots, and join in the Cowboys' favorite rodeo. Rodeo tickets on sale now. Cheyenne Frontier Days, the wildest ride in the West.
R.J. Fox back at the field house. Cheyenne Central out in front, 42-21. So far, Laramie has not scored a point from the floor in this second half. They scored 7 points in the third quarter, all from the charity stripe. Cheyenne Central outscoring Laramie 18-7 in that quarter. It'll be Lady Indian basketball as they will come out with Wade, Temple, Kelly, Newton, and Elizabeth Needham. Kelly, top of the key, gives it off to Temple. Temple up off the glass and good. 24 points now for Carson Temple. Milam with the ball for Laramie. Tried to skip a pass along the baseline. That pass is going to be tipped away, taken away. And the long outlet for the fast break is going to be knocked away. Izzy McIntyre was the intended target, but I think Wade got a hand on it. Now they're going to say the ball last touched by Laramie. So Central will get it back. Temple triggers it into Wade. Wade on the elbow on the far side. Gives it to Temple. Temple. Got it into Kelly. Kelly skips it over to Newton. Back to Temple. Swing it around. Wade. Again, Needham. Dump it into Newton. She'll give it back to Wade. Wade drives from the free throw line down the lane and will be fouled.
They're working their offense that last
Absolutely.
few minutes. They're trying to work the good shot in.
Well, at this point, you're up by a ton.
You may as well.
You're up by 23. Taylon Wade makes the first.
The more I watch of Central, the more I can't wait till next week.
I know it. That East Central game just is looking awesome. As that shot no good, rebound knocked around, but Laramie will come out with it. Kruger comes near side to Ahrens. Ahrens on the baseline, tried to bounce past that one in. That's going to be picked off and out in a hurry. Carson Temple, if she'd have just kept going with the left hand, had a clear path to the basket.
Yeah. Tried
to dump it off, though, to Ava Newton, who was coming down the right side. And pass is going to skip off into the Central bench. So on the turnover, their seventh of the half. Laramie gets it back. Ball knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Central. So from the half-court stripe, Laramie will inbound. Kruger near side to Ahrens. Ahrens on the elbow. Now comes across the top of the key. Hands it off to Matthews. Matthews into the corner to Kruger. Kruger bounces it into Ruggles. Ruggles got it finally. A pass into Milam, and Milam will bounce that one in for two. Central now down in a hurry. Temple cross courts it to Izzy Kelly. Three-pointer won't go. Rebound Needham for Cheyenne Central. Back to Temple at the three-point line to Izzy Kelly. Kelly, the right hand, gives it off to Wade. Wade will try the three-pointer, and that is good. So Taylon Wade at the 6-minute mark makes it 48-23, a 25-point Cheyenne Central lead. We're back in 30. You're listening to and watching high school basketball on 1480 K-Ray.
She shoots, she scores. It's nothing but net for your family dinner tonight at Two Doors Down. Two Doors Down is perfect for the active family with an expanded menu featuring Cheyenne's favorite gourmet burgers served with bottomless fries to your favorite platters, pastas, pizzas, salads, a full kids menu, and much, much more. It's Two Doors Down. For a complete menu and specials, go to twodoorsdown.net. Two Doors Down, 118 East 17th Street. Flippin' great burgers since 2009.
Jay Fox, Doug Arnold at the Fieldhouse, Cheyenne Central. Our last visit to the Fieldhouse this year. That kind of makes me sad.
Yeah. I don't know. I have a hard time going to Central games at the Fieldhouse because when I went to Central, it was Story Gym.
It was Story Gym.
Yeah.
Everybody played at Story Gym.
Yeah. So
well, we'll be at Story Gym next Friday night. How's that?
That's right, and I think it's going to be a great game. I really do.
I do too. That girls game, actually both games should be good games.
I think they will both be good games because it's record out the door. I mean, it's East versus Central.
Yeah.
You never know what's going to happen.
If you're going to Central, there's nobody you would rather beat than East. If you're going to East, there's nobody you'd rather beat than Central.
That's right.
As Laramie gets this one down, Ahrens tried to bounce it in. Pass intended for Milam is going to go off the leg of one of the Lady Indians. Central comes out. They got Temple, Kelly, Newton, Needham, and Wade. Laramie with the basketball, far side to Ahrens. Ahrens comes back to Matthews, top of the key. It is a 25-point Cheyenne Central lead. Laramie finally got their first 2 points from the floor just a little while ago. As now that one is going to be a turnover. Dribbling into the corner and then right off the side, Ruggles lost it. I have them for 13 here in this second half. They had 14 in the first half. Wade with the basketball down the far side, gives it to Kelly. She'll drive the baseline, skips the pass to Elise Newton, who swings it around to Hickson. Hickson to Wade. She'll take the long three. That's too long, but Elise Newton with the putback won't go. Had it point blank, couldn't get it to go, and Laramie comes up with the basketball. Matthews into the corner to Ruggles. Ruggles kicks it out to Milam. Milam will drive into the lane, and a whistle. She'll be fouled. As getting that one will be Taylon Wade. That'll be her third. Team's first, but headed to the free throw line will be Carson Milam, where she is 5 of 6. Now make it 6 of 7 from the line in this one. And she made them both. 48-25. Wade with the basketball comes to Newton, top of the key, who will give it off to Hickson. Hickson with the left hand, and on the reach, you'll get Samantha Matthews here with number 3. Or actually, no, that's 2. So 2 on Matthews. Second team foul. So it'll be Indians basketball side out from in front of the bench. They get it into Kelly. Kelly to Gehrig. They dump it inside to Wade. Wade, turnaround shot won't go, and a whistle. Stacy Ruggles picks up her first for Laramie. Headed to the free throw line will be Taylon Wade. Wade with 6 points. Make it 7. Wade with one more. That one's off the back of the iron, no good. Rebound cleared out by Milam of Laramie. Gives it off to Kruger. Kruger back to Matthews. Matthews into the corner to Ruggles. Ruggles looking inside, nothing there. Cross courts it to Kruger. Kruger will drive. Now she's trapped, double teamed, lost it, got it back, goes up for the shot, and I think will get fouled here by Elise Newton.
She doesn't give up down in there when she's down in those tall girls. She's pretty quick.
No, she went down into the tall timber and missed the first free throw. Laramie, though, actually has been fairly efficient from the free throw line.
Yeah.
Missed them both. Wade will come out with the basketball for Cheyenne Central. Ahead to Kelly. Too long, too hard. Laramie comes out with it. With the turnover. That's 8 here in the second half. Sosa with the basketball for the Lady Plainsmen. Gives it off to Matthews. Matthews, top of the key out between the loops. Looking, finally gets a screen from Milam. Will come near side. Shot up for 3 by Sosa. No good. Rebound, Laramie. Back to Sosa. Into the corner to Matthews. Matthews will drive and again will be fouled by Elise Newton. So Elise Newton has picked up 2 quick ones here in the fourth quarter. Got 3:33 left on the Pepsi scoreboard. Laramie ball underneath their own basket. Kicks it out to Kruger. Kruger into the lane, has it tipped away from behind, and they're going to call Ireland Hickson on the reach.
That was almost a good pass.
It was. It'll be Laramie ball, I believe, underneath their own basket. 49-25 is your score. It is a 24-point lead as Laramie gets it in on the inbound. First shot is no good, but Ruggles will get the rebound and the putback to make it 49-27. Wade for Cheyenne Central on the drive is going to be fouled. And now you'll get Zane Lindsay emptying the Central bench. Ruggles gets her second. 5 fresh ones in for Cheyenne Central.
They just rotated up the bench. Did
Yeah.
you see that? They all just got up and moved.
They just all rotate.
It's pretty funny.
But you got Avon Newton, Schaefer, Carson Temple, Hadley Urick, and Reagan Gebhardt. And Central now with 3 minutes. I'm going to describe this almost like a Harlem Globetrotter weave, but a shot put up no good, and Laramie comes up with the rebound with 2:48 to go. Sosa with the basketball, gets it into Milam. Milam turn around, 8-footer won't go. Rebound Cheyenne Central, and tossing that one out of bounds. Not really any place for Hadley Urick to go with that ball. She was double teamed down on the end line, and the rest of the Central squad headed for the fast break.
Yeah, they vacated.
So on the turnover, Central gives it back. Sosa, top of the key to Kruger. They'll swing it around again to Sosa. Again to Matthews. Matthews drives, falls down, lost the ball, and Central come out with it. Pass intended for Urick, as Central getting a little out of control here. That's the 10th turnover of the second half. They'll give it back to Laramie. 2:09 left on the Pepsi scoreboard, and 22 points is the lead, 49-27. Ruggles in the corner. Brings it around to Matthews. Matthews to Sosa. Sosa dribbles, and now we'll get a foul. They are going to call that one on Sammy Schaefer. That'll be her second. And that is the 5th team foul. So Laramie going to shoot a bunch of free throws. Carson Milam makes the first. She is 8 of 9 from the free throw line.
She's got a nice soft touch.
Yeah,
to the
and
shot.
she's now 9 of 10 from the charity stripe. Trying to make the long pass, Gebhardt. Pass is going to be knocked away and taken away, and Laramie going to come back out with it. 20 points is the lead, $1:45 here left on the Pepsi scoreboard. Down into the corner is Matthews. Don't forget, we got boys action coming up. Schaefer is going to get number 3. Back to the line for Laramie will be Carson Milam. As I was saying, boys action following this one. And Laramie, after playing for a state title last year against Cheyenne Central, I think was expecting a better season than what they've gotten so far, especially with Neil Summers.
I think so.
And it had been, I think, a little disappointing, but you know what? You can make all that up with a win in a couple of weeks at a regional tournament and getting that trip to state. Milam missed the second shot. Cheyenne Central going to come out with the basketball. So I like this when Zane Lindsay starts dropping in players that I have no names for. But there's a turnover, and Laramie will get it back with $1:20 to go. Milam with the basketball into the corner to Sosa. Sosa, she'll drive into the lane. Tried to pass it to Milam, and that ball is going to be volleyballed around. It'll go out of bounds. They're going to say last touched by
number 4,
Cheyenne Central.
It's number 4 you don't have.
It's number 4. That would be Addie Dragert.
Yeah. She's in the program.
It says she's a 5'8" freshman. Brenna Perriton also in. Laramie with the basketball. On the drive, you'll get a foul, a whistle. And picking up the foul will be Hadley Urick. That'll be her first. That's why you always grab
the program.
Grab the program on the way in. Riley Lake at the free throw line for Laramie misses the first. As the lead is 19, 49-30. Makes the second. Make it 49-31. Central with the basketball. That's Needham. They'll swing it around. There's Urick. Dragger. Got it in. Shot up. No good. And rebound will come out to Laramie. Sosa for 3. Won't go. Long rebound. Grabbed by Urick. And a whistle. Josie Mathel of Laramie.
Guess I better move the camera down here where the
action
is.
Headed to the line. Hadley Urick, she'll get a pair. Missed the first one off the back of the iron. Nailed the second one, though. To make it 50-31, 15 seconds to go. Boys action to follow. Into the corner, there's Ahrens. To Sosa with 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Shot from the corner for 3, no good at the buzzer. So Cheyenne Central with the win. 50-31. We're going to take a 2-minute break, a 2-minute timeout. We'll come back. We'll check the scoring on this one. Back in 2 minutes. You're listening to and watching high school basketball on 1480 K-Ray.
No reason to slow down now. The new 2025 Kia K5 is here at Kia of Cheyenne. I'm AJ Miller, and the new 2025 Kia K5 now has a larger, more powerful standard engine, or add a turbocharged engine with 290 horsepower. Get standard remote start and climate control, or go for all-wheel drive, heated seats, and steering wheel to be ready for any season. Kia of Cheyenne gives you more value for the money. Call 775-0123 or go to Kia.
At Fat Boys Tire and Auto, our business is about more than just selling tires and fixing cars. We believe in faith, family, and community. The Fat Boys family has been serving Wyoming and Nebraska for over 50 years, and 3 generations later, our values have never changed. When you need tires or auto repairs, find the Fat Boys, and we'll treat you like family. Fat Boys Tire and Auto in Cheyenne, Laramie, Scotts Bluff, and Wheatland. Get price quotes and schedule service at fatboystires.com.
Ready to level up? Show your team pride every time you pay with the new lineup of FNBO Visa debit fan cards. Free with any FNBO checking account. Unlike any card you've seen, with unique design, raised detail, and premium finish. Pay in style everywhere you go. The new collection, only from FNBO. Visit fnbo.com/debit to get yours.
From your head to your toes, we're here to keep you moving. With consultation, treatment, and rehabilitation all in one location, it's easier than ever to get the level of care you deserve. Cheyenne Regional. We inspire great health.
Back at the field house, Cheyenne Central, the Lady Indians getting the win. It was not pretty, but they got it by a final of 50-31. For Zane Lindsay and the Lady Indians, 20 turnovers in the contest, but really a lot of those came in the fourth quarter, where Zane Lindsay just emptied the Cheyenne Central bench. I mean, he went, 15 deep? Yeah, 14 deep. Zane Lindsay went 14 deep on that Cheyenne bench. And, man, he was playing girls I didn't even have numbers for. Good thing I grabbed a program out of on the way in. Scoring for Cheyenne Central, they were led by Carson Temple, who finished the game with 24. Izzy Kelly had 8. Taylon Wade had 7. And then you just had a bunch of other folks. You got McKay Garrick with 2, Elizabeth Needham with 4, Elise Newton had 2, Ireland Hickson with 2, Hadley Urick with 1. Lady Indians scoring 6 in the first, 18 in the second, 18 in the third, 8 in the fourth, for a total of 50 points. They now go to 19-1. 10-0 in the conference play, and that sets up a huge game next Friday night at Story Gym, and we'll be there for it with the Cheyenne East Thunderbirds. That one is going to be a great ball game to call, and I can't wait for it. For the Lady Plainsmen, they go to 2-8. 9-11 overall, had 28 turnovers, 14 in the first half, 14 in the second half. Izzy McIntyre finished with 4. Carson Milam led them with 14. Stacy Ruggles had 4. Ava Kruger with just 1. So the Lady Plainsmen shoot 24 free throws and made 18 of them. So shooting free throws, actually that's where Laramie made the majority of their points in that second half. Did not have a point from the floor in the third quarter, and in the fourth quarter only had a couple of buckets. Other than that, it was all from the charity stripe. So 50-31, your final. Lady Indians get the win. We're going to swap gears. We're getting set for boys action. It's the Indians at 6-13. They are currently sitting 6th in the 4A East, 1-8 in conference. Taking on the Laramie Plainsmen. They are 5-4 overall in the conference, 13-6 overall. Currently sitting in 6th place in the East, or 4th place in the East. All right, we'll take a 2-minute timeout, a 2-minute break. We'll set the starters for you. Back in 2 minutes, you're listening to and watching high school basketball on 1480 K-Ray.
No reason to slow down now. The new 2025 Kia K5 is here at Kia of Cheyenne. I'm AJ Miller, and the new 2025 Kia K5 now has a larger, more powerful standard engine or add a turbocharged engine with 290 horsepower. Get standard remote start and climate control or go for all-wheel drive, heated seats, and steering wheel to be ready for any season. Kia of Cheyenne gives you more value for the money. Call 775-0123 or go to KiaofCheyenne.com and we'll make it easy.
At Fat Boys Tire and Auto, our business is about more than just selling tires and fixing cars. We believe in faith, family, and community. The Fat Boys family has been serving Wyoming and Nebraska for over 50 years, and 3 generations later, our values have never changed. When you need tires or auto repairs, find the Fat Boys, and we'll treat you like family. Fat Boys Tire and Auto in Cheyenne, Laramie, Scottsbluff, and Wheatland. Get price quotes and schedule service at fatboystires.com.
Ready to level up? Show your team pride every time you pay with the new lineup of FNBO Visa Debit Fan Cards. Free with any FNBO checking account. Unlike any card you've seen, with unique design, raised detail, and premium finish. Pay in style everywhere you go. The new collection, only from FNBO. Visit fnbo.com/debit to get yours.
From your head to your toes, we're here to keep you moving. With consultation, treatment, and rehabilitation all in one location, it's easier than ever to get the level of care you deserve. Cheyenne Regional. We inspire great health.
In the last week of July, you'll find the superstars of rodeo at Cheyenne Frontier Days. The world's top cowboys, cowgirls, buck and brocks, and toughest bulls. Grab your hat, pull on your boots, and
you don't have to go very far to find the first guy on the list, and that's Neil Summers. Summers is 6'8". Now they don't list any sizes. They did not give us any sizes on the program for Laramie. But Summers is a senior, Braden McKinney's a senior, Max Alexander, and Jaden Smith. And that is basically 4 out of their starting 5. So for Laramie, they are a senior-laden ball team.
I was down on the floor a minute ago, and I was looking up at all of them. And I'm like 5'11".
Yeah.
And I was looking up at all of them. So.
Yeah, they're young. They're all not stooped over old guys like us.
That's right.
That's it. Cheyenne Central, full of seniors as well. Tate Berry, Tyler Hernandez, Cade Brown, Tyler Davis, Will Little, Trevor Moreau, Nate Brenchley, Bryson Philbin, Matthew Clausen, all seniors. So for the Cheyenne Central outfit, once again, they're going to be losing almost the whole team. Last year's squad that played for a state championship and won a state championship all graduated. Cade Brown, I think, the only one who really played any time last year on the varsity that is back for this year.
Yeah, they lost almost their whole team last year, and they'll lose it again this year.
And they'll lose it again this year. All right. As we have the national anthem incoming, we'll come back. We'll set the starters again for Cheyenne Central and Laramie. But first, we're going to take a 2-minute timeout as the presentation of colors. As again, the ROTC team of Cheyenne Central High School, a great job. Again, I want to commend these guys, these folks who do the ROTC thing. Yeah, what a super job they do. All right, back in 2 minutes. You're listening to and watching high school football or high school basketball on 1480 K-Ring.
That's the sound of a Mountain Dew. And that's you enjoying its refreshing citrus kick. That's a cool breeze suddenly whistling through your hair.
Whoa!
That's you realizing you're now on a mountain.
This is epic!
That's you stating the obvious. That's you stepping up to the plate. That's you winning your kickball game.
Yes! Let's go!
That's you taking another sip of your
Mountain Dew.
Do the Do.
Whether it's snow, sleet, or ice, winter weather can cause extremely dangerous road conditions. Preparing yourself and your vehicle for winter weather is key. If you're stopped or stalled in wintry weather, stay focused on yourself and your passengers, your car, and your surroundings. Stay with your car. Let your car be seen. Be mindful of carbon monoxide poisoning. Don't run your car for long periods of time with the windows up or in an enclosed space. You know the rules. Do not text or drive distracted. Obey posted speed limits and always drive sober. Both alcohol and drugs can impair safe and responsible driving by affecting things such as coordination, judgment, perception, and reaction time. And remember, always wear your seatbelt. Paid for by Federal Highway Safety Funds.
Being game day ready means bringing the die-hard passion. All in, all the time. And now you can show your Cowboys pride everywhere you go with the Cowboys Visa debit card. Free with FMBO free checking. Gear up, game on, and give it up for the Pokes every time you pay. The Cowboys Visa debit card, only at FMBO, the bank of the Cowboys. Bring it. Get yours today at fmbo.com/Cowboys. Member FDIC.
Again, we have come back as the colors moving off the floor here at the field house at Cheyenne Central High School. And again, great job by the ROTC unit. And the colors are off the floor. All right, let's set the starters for you. First for Laramie, it's the guy in the middle, and that's where it all starts and ends with for the Laramie Plainsmen. There you go, 00. That is Neil Summers, all 6'8" of him. Blaze Getz is another starter. Braden McKinney, Max Alexander, and Jaden Smith. So again, that's Summers, Getz, McKinney, Alexander, and Jaden Smith. Laramie in their road uniforms, maroon, white numerals, and gold trim. For Cheyenne Central, they'll come out like this. Tate Berry, Tyler Hernandez, Tyler Davis, Nate Brenchley, and Matt Clausen. Now Tate Berry, they list at 6'4", and I mean he's a legit 6'4". But really, Neil Summers in the middle at 6'8" is just bigger. He is just a bigger guy. And he is going to be a handful for the Indians. I know he gave Cheyenne Central or Cheyenne East all kinds of fits a few weeks ago. Waiting for the lights to come on.
We saw Summers a couple of weeks ago against the T-Birds.
Yeah.
And he was really dominant under the basket, both offense and defense.
Well, I mean, at 6'8", it's like, holy schmoly, he's going to do something to you.
I'm trying to remember which one of the other ones. They had another kid that was also, so Summers and him. Don't remember who it was, but you're looking for it.
Yeah, I was looking, not finding it.
No.
I think he ended up with like 30-some points.
I think you're right.
It'll be Summers in the middle as he'll go up against Tate Berry, and the Central Indians will control the tip. The Indians in their white uniforms with red numeral, black lettering, black trim. As the Indians going left to right across your K-Ray radio dial. Out on top, that's Davis. Comes near side to Clausen. Clausen into the lane, stops. Now we'll kick it out to Hernandez. Hernandez down into the corner to Berry. Berry back out on top. Gives it off to Davis. Davis into the lane. Shoots it over to Hernandez. Puts up the three. Gets the shooter's touch. Indians lead 3-0. Summers with the basketball, spins to the lane, up with the left hand, and good. The thing is with Summers, he's got great footwork. I mean, he moves really well, and now Central with the turnover gives it back to Laramie. There's the drive shot up, no good by Alexander. Rebound grabbed by Laramie, put back no good by Smith, and Central gets it back. Last time we saw the Indians, they went kind of dead against Thunder Basin for the first half. Came out, played a great third quarter. There's a three-pointer up, no good. Rebounded out by Laramie. Alexander clears it out for the Plainsman. Gives it off to Getz. Getz. Far side. Backdoor cut to Summers. Summers going to get the hoop and the harm. And that's the other problem that Neil Summers gives you, that he presents. Great footwork, and he draws a lot of fouls.
And if I remember correctly, he makes his free throws.
He makes his free throws. Missed it, so got credit for the two, and cannot cash in on the free throw. It is 4-3 Laramie. Central with the basketball, up with the shot, no good. Was Brenchley. Laramie will clear out the rebound, and here come the Plainsmen. Plainsman moving right to left across the K-Ray radio dial. Out on top is Smith. Smith.
I'm thinking it was Smith is the other one.
Yeah, might have been.
When they played the T-Birds.
As that pass is going to be picked off. Here comes on the fast break. Up and in with the bucket is Clausen to make it 5-4 Cheyenne Central. Smith brings it down for the Plainsmans. Go far side to Getz. Inside to Summers. Kicks it out to McKinney. McKinney for three. Count it. 7-5. Plainsman with the lead. Top of the key. That's Berry. Berry. A couple of cutters. Passed them up both. Now gets it on the baseline on the return pass. Can't make it go. And rebound is grabbed out by Laramie. Smith gives it over to Getz. Getz back to Smith. Smith top of the key between the loops. Now goes far side. Gets a screen. And almost has it stolen away. Gets it back. Drives. Makes the 8-footer. So just like that, Jaden Smith makes it 9-5 Laramie.
Yep.
Central with the basketball. That's Barry on the elbow, gives it off. Three-pointer up, no good by Clausen. Rebound Laramie. And that is going to be a key for Cheyenne Central, and that's rebounding, because right now Laramie is just holding them to one and done. Getz on the far side, looking for help. Finally gets it off to McKinney. McKinney on the elbow, will drive, now drops it back for Smith. Swings it across to Summers. He'll drive. I don't know how many steps he took there, but he's going to get 2 points out of it.
Looked like 2 steps.
2 big ones.
But I think you can take 2 big steps.
Yeah, and he did. There's a drive down the right side. Tyler Hernandez banks one up and in to make it 11-7. Laramie with the lead and the ball. That pass is going to be knocked away. Blocked by Brenchley off into the stands. Getz comes out. Dax Parvin comes in for Laramie.
Back in the day, those 2 steps like that would have been traveling, but I think it's different.
Yeah.
They allow it differently now.
It looked awkward as heck.
It did, but it worked.
Summers with the basketball at the free throw line. All alone underneath. Basket will not count. He found Dax Parvin standing all alone. We'll see where the foul falls on Will Little. That'll be his first. Laramie basketball underneath their own basket. McKinney to trigger it in. Gets it into Summers. He'll kick it out to Smith. Smith will drive up off the glass. Won't go, but a whistle. With the foul will be Chris Martin, his first. Team's third at the line for Laramie will be Jaden Smith. First one rolls out, no good. Second one will also ring out, and Tyler Davis will clear it for the Indians. Davis ahead quickly to Martin. Martin is going to have that smacked away. Braden McKinney caught up to him from behind. Ball will go off into the stands. It will be Indian basketball underneath their own basket. Will Little will trigger it in. Finally gets it into the corner to Tyler Davis. Davis back to Little. Now they'll kick it out for 3. Shot up, no good by Martin. Rebounded by Laramie. 3:09 to go on the Pepsi scoreboard. McKinney. Far elbow, takes the 3. That's going to be short. Rebounded by Cheyenne Central. Davis. Down the lane, kicks it over to the corner to Martin. Martin up for 3, won't go. Rebound, Laramie. Again, one and done for Cheyenne Central. Laramie with the basketball. Give it off to Alexander in the corner. He'll put up the 3. That won't go. And you're going to get a timeout on the floor. 2:36 to go here in the first quarter. And it is Laramie 11, Cheyenne Central 7. We're back after a 30-second timeout. You're listening to and watching high school basketball on 1480 K-Ray.
She shoots, she scores. It's nothing but net for your family dinner tonight at Two Doors Down. Two Doors Down is perfect for the active family with an expanded menu featuring Cheyenne's favorite gourmet burgers served with bottomless fries to your favorite platters, pastas, pizza, salads, a full kids menu, and much, much more. It's Two Doors Down. For a complete menu and specials, go to twodoorsdown.net. Two Doors Down, 118 East 17th Street. Flippin' great burgers since 2009.
Doug Arnold back at the field house. Cheyenne Central down by 4. 11-7 to Laramie, but it is Indians basketball. They get it up over half court. There's Martin on the baseline. Almost lost it. Now we'll kick it out to Brenchley. Brenchley gives it off to Brown. Brown off to the wing to Martin. Martin will drive, put it up and in. Chris Martin with his first points. No, they gave that to Will Little.
It's hard to tell in the number on their back.
Sometimes,
They look the same.
Not too hard to figure out who scored that as Neil Summers. (13-9). Central with the basketball. Clausen gives that one off to Little. Little takes the 8-footer, won't go. Got his own rebound. Gives it off to Brenchley. Brenchley dishes out to the side. Three-pointer up by Martin, no good. Central again with the rebound. And now you'll get on. Martin stepped on the end line. So with the turnover, Cheyenne Central gives it back. Laramie leads 13-9. The lead hangs at 4. Central now picking up man-to-man, full court. Getting it across is Smith. Smith, as they get it into Summers. Summers down there wrestling with Will Little.
I think I heard somebody yell, "Timber!"
Yeah. Summers hits the ground.
He went down hard.
Will Little is 6'4", but
moves.
still Summers is like 6'8". So
he actually moves really, really well for a big guy, though.
He does. He's got great footwork.
His feet are good. He shoots good.
And with the size of those shoes, he's got a pretty good foundation. Those got to be like 20s.
I don't know what they
Holy
are.
smoly.
They're big.
They get it to Smith. They get it to Summers. Summers just does a reverse behind the back, up and in to make it 15-9. Central with the basketball. Clausen down into the corner to Barry. Kick it back out to Martin. Martin. Turn, drive shot up, no good by Clausen. And Laramie again with the rebound. So again, it's one and done for the Indians. They get it to Summers, way out on top. Summers will dish it off to Parvin. Parvin into the lane, can't get it to go. Summers there to grab the easy 2 as he picks up the loose ball to make it 17-9. Central, Brown, he'll drive the lane, put up the shot, won't go, and a whistle. Going to give that one to Blaze Getz. His first, team's first, headed to the line for Cheyenne Central will be Cade Brown. First one's no good. Drew Evans, the Laramie coaching staff, they'll grab Summers, get him off the floor for 30 seconds.
Yeah.
As there's 28.3 left on the Pepsi scoreboard, but you know he'll be right back in at the start of the second.
Oh, yeah. You got to get him a breather when you can because it's moving pretty fast.
Big guy, yeah, and it's an up-paced game.
Yeah.
17-10, Laramie with the lead, 25 seconds to go on the Pepsi scoreboard. As Brown made 1 of 2. Top of the key, there's Smith. Gives it off to Getz. Getz drops it to McKinney. McKinney has the ball picked off, and Central with a chance here right at the end of the quarter with a shot at the buzzer, Cade Brown.
That's how you do it, RJ.
That's how you do it with the pass break bucket. Laramie, though, leads by 5 at the break, 17-12. We're back with the second quarter after a 30-second timeout. You're listening to and watching high school basketball on 1480 K-Ray.
Hi, this is Brian with the Gill Window Company. Did you know we build our own windows right here in Cheyenne? The interior of our vinyl framed windows has been re-engineered over the years with upgrades to handle Wyoming's harsh weather. They are energy efficient windows with low E glass that redirects heat waves to keep your home warmer in the winter and cooler in the summer. See for yourself why the Gill Window Company shatters the competition. Visit gillwindow.com or call us today at 778-3037.
R.J. Fox, Doug Arnold back at the field house, Cheyenne Central High School. Laramie will come out with Summers, Getz, McKinney, Alexander, and Smith. For Cheyenne Central, Clausen, Brenchley, Davis, Hernandez, and Berry. Summers with the basketball at the free throw line, does a shake and bake, and cuts right around Tate Berry for the layup to make it 19-12. And now you'll get a travel. Tyler Davis got down a little deep, got stopped, and then didn't have anybody to dump it out to. So traveling is the call. He'll turn it over. Plainsman with a 7-point lead and the basketball. Smith brings it up for the Plainsman. Goes near side. Alexander. There's a shot for three. Up, no good by Getz. Rebound and a whistle. Waiting to see where that one lands. That is going to be a foul on Cheyenne Central, Matt Clausen. It'll be Laramie ball underneath their own basket. They just dump it into Summers. Summers. That's about the only miscue I've seen so far. Jaden Smith went left, ball went right, and right into the stands. So with the turnover, Central gets it back. Davis brings it up for the Indians, gets it across half court to Berry at the top of the key. Berry looking at the cutter, trying to find one, and just drops it right into the hands of Neil Summers. Here comes Summers on the fast break, and Neil Summers. That guy is a load. Cheyenne Central down in a hurry, and with the block, Summers should have been a goaltending, but was no call. Tate Berry had the breakaway layup, and Summers got a hand on it. Laramie gets it back. Smith will put it up for three, won't go, and Summers with the rebound will just fall on his keister, and now you've got a whistle.
I was amazed how fast he got back down from the fast break shot back to on defense and got in the middle of that play to start with.
Yeah,
how did he do
then
that?
made it back down to the offensive end. So Neil Summers making some pretty good miles.
Yeah.
As Central will get Tate Berry out of the ball game. Laramie on the inbounds play gets it off to Blaze Getz, and Getz will nail the three from the corner to make it 24-12. Laramie by a dozen. 6:36 to go. Timeout, Cheyenne Central. We're back to the field house in 30 seconds. You're listening to and watching high school basketball on 1480 K-Ray.
Page Lane at Number One Properties is a tremendous supporter of our local student athletes and extends sincere best wishes during the season to our local and county high schools. Page is extremely proud to be a member of our great community, so when buying or selling your property, the one name people have trusted through the years to take care of your personal needs and desires for your home is Page Lane at Number One Properties, including making sure that all I's are dotted and T's are crossed. And most importantly, Page is thankful for your referrals too. Talk with Page Lane today at Number One Properties.
R.J. Fox, Doug Arnold back at the field house. Got a pretty good crowd from over the hill.
We do.
Got a lot of folks over here from Laramie.
Yeah. The last game and the girls' game, we had a crowd of dads sitting right in front of us listening to us.
Yeah, yeah.
They
were all sitting here listening to the ball game, watching the ball game.
Yeah. We didn't make them mad, so I guess we
Yeah, they left, so yeah.
They did leave, yeah. No, I think they're moved.
I think they might have moved, yeah. All right, out of the timeout, Cheyenne Central with the basketball as Davis will bring it down. Comes near side on the elbow, just steps to the three-point line, takes a shot, won't go. Rebound is going to be put back up but won't fall for Cheyenne Central. And here comes the Plainsman. Smith with the shot, won't go. Rebound grabbed by the Indians. That's Nate Brenchley. Ahead quickly to Davis. Davis gives it off to Clausen. Clausen. They'll go far side to Hernandez. He'll drive into the lane, has the ball stripped away, taken away. And here come Plainsman. They'll make the drive. That shot won't go. A putback won't go, and a whistle. Tyler Hernandez will get the foul. Headed to the line will be Max Alexander for Laramie. First shot is good. Substitutions into the ball game. Try to pick those up for you. At the line, Alexander gets one more. Missed that one short, and Cheyenne Central comes out with the basketball. Brenchley shoots it ahead to Brown. Brown back to Brenchley. Drives up into the lane, dishes off, shot up, no good. And rebound is going to be grabbed by Laramie. And now you'll get a travel. Dax Parvin had it.
It was a mess on the floor there.
It was.
They're fighting for it.
Was trying to see, finally got the number. Owen Woods checked into the ball game, and now you'll get the steal here. Max Alexander for the Laramie Plainsmen. And he left it short. It is going to get rolled off the front of the rim, tied up, jump ball.
Central's ball.
Had the bunny, missed it. Chris Martin will check in for Central. He'll replace Davis. Randy Philbin drawing a couple of the tall guys up from the JV. Just trying to keep Neil Summers contained. Right now, Summers with 14. But he does a lot of other things other than score. There's a shot from the corner, no good by Brenchley. Rebound is going to get knocked out of bounds. They're going to say last touch by Laramie. Central basketball. Brenchley on the baseline. Dishes it out for three by Martin. Won't go. Long rebound. Comes out to the Plainsman. Smith. He'll drive right down the lane. Lay it up and in. So Jaden Smith on the fast break makes it 27-12 Laramie. Brown. Top of the key, swings it around to Hernandez. Hernandez at the free throw line. Gives it off to Martin. Martin, he'll go into the lane. There's a shot up for three. Tyler Hernandez, good. Makes it 27-15. Shot for three, up no good by Smith. Rebound, Cheyenne Central. 4 minutes to go on the Pepsi scoreboard. Inside layup, Cade Brown. Summers got a little too far away from the bucket on that one. And a great inlet pass, almost the steal in the backcourt. Smith gets a hold of it though for Laramie. Into Summers. Summers turns in, up with the right hand, good. He's got 16. Central with the basketball. Nice pass there, and Chris Martin makes them pay. Again, Summers got a little too far away from the hoop. The lead cut to 10, 29-19 with 3:17 to go on the Pepsi scoreboard. Smith, far side on the elbow. Comes across the middle, between the loops. Now on the left side. Swings it across, half court, three-pointer, up no good by Alexander. Rebound, Summers. And yeah, Neil Summers 2 feet away from the basket is pretty automatic.
I think so.
With 2:59 to go here in the second, 31-19, lead is a dozen. We're back in 30. You're listening to and watching high school basketball on 1480 K-Ray.
That's the sound of a Mountain Dew. And that's you enjoying its refreshing citrus kick. That's a cool breeze suddenly whistling through your hair.
Whoa!
That's you realizing you're now on a mountain.
This is epic!
That's you stating the obvious. That's you stepping up to the plate. That's you winning your kickball game. That's you taking another sip of your Do the Do.
R.J. Fox, Doug Arnold back at the field house. Cheyenne Central with the basketball. Just under 3 minutes, 2:56 to go here on the Pepsi scoreboard in the second quarter. Central trying to make a run. Brown got that one in finally, and Owen Woods has his first points of the ball game to make it 21-31. Laramie with the lead and the ball. Smith on the elbow. Now will back it out. Gives it off to Getz. Getz out between the loops. Goes far side to Alexander. Inside to Summer. Summer tried to make the pass. Pass is going to be picked off. And Cheyenne Central on the run. Matt Clausen will make the break pay to make it 23-31. Clausen now with 4. Central trying to defense Neil Summers. And man, oh man, Summers now with 20. Central with the basketball, near side. That's Clausen. And Clausen, and now you're going to get a whistle here. Pass was intended for Hernandez. You're going to get Jaden Smith. Smith gets his first, team's first. Central will get it side out. They get it off to Brown. Brown drives into the lane and tried to kick it out. Pass was intended for Clausen. Smith gets a hand on it and knocks it off into the scorer's bench. So the Indians will reload and start again. 23-33, Plainsman by 10. Davis comes near side, gives it off to Martin. Martin on the baseline is going to back right into Summers, and got bailed out though because Blaze Getz will get his second.
Yeah, that shot was not going anywhere.
Yeah, no, he was. That was going to look like a volleyball spike is what that was going to look like because Neil Summers was just sitting there waiting for him.
Yeah.
Central with the basketball.
Central needs to get this hoop.
Yeah, Cade Brown off the far side, drives to the free throw line, puts up the shot, won't go. Rebound Smith of Laramie. Near side on the elbow, gets the screen. Now they dump it into Summers. Summers from about 2 feet away will just bank it in. Summers now with 22. Central. Clausen to the corner. Shot up for 3 by Brown. Won't go. Summers gets the rebound for Laramie. Gives it off to Smith. Smith, shake and bake. Did the shake, lost the bake, and lost the basketball. But I think you're going to get this one. Well, it's knocked out of bounds. They're going to say last touch by Central. Smith will trigger it in. I can guarantee you it's going to end up in Neil Summers' hands. Yeah, just lobbed it right into him. And then there's like a kickback. Summers now in the corner. Cross courts it to Alexander. Back to Summers. Summers into the near corner. Parvin for 3. Won't go. Rebound Alexander of Laramie. And you're going to get a call here. This is going to go on Cheyenne Central.
Yeah.
And that will be number 2 on Matt Clausen.
Yeah.
30.5 on the Pepsi scoreboard. 35-23. Laramie with the lead and the ball underneath their own end. They get it into Alexander. Alexander almost lost it. Now gets it out to McKinney. McKinney on the far side looking inside, trying to get it into Summers. Had the backdoor cut, but Cheyenne Central going to step in and pick off the pass. So with 12 seconds to go, Brown He'll drive the lane, put up the shot, and Neil Summers sends that one off into the Laramie bench. So with 8 seconds left, Indians get it. Clausen tried to get the backdoor cut, did get the backdoor cut to Brown, but Brown could not get it to go. At the half, it is Laramie 35, Cheyenne Central 23. We're back after a 2-minute timeout, a 2-minute break. You're listening to and watching high school basketball on 1480 K-Ray.
There's a lot going on here with the new 2025 Kia Carnival MPV. AJ Miller here for Kia of Cheyenne. It's time to see the new 2025 Kia Carnival with new styling, redesigned wheels, headlight and taillight design, a 287 horsepower engine and extensive driver assistance features, plus available dual power sunroofs, heated ventilated seats, and premium audio. Come by Kia of Cheyenne, call 775-0123 or go to kiaofcheyenne.com.
At Fat Boys Tire and Auto, our business is about more than just selling tires and fixing cars. We believe in faith, family, and community. The Fat Boys family has been serving Wyoming and Nebraska for over 50 years, and 3 generations later, our values have never changed. When you need tires or auto repairs, find the Fat Boys, and we'll treat you like family. Fat Boys Tire and Auto in Cheyenne, Laramie, Scottsbluff, and Wheatland. Get price quotes and schedule service at fatboystires.com.
Ready to level up? Show your team pride every time you pay with the new lineup of FNBO Visa debit fan cards. Free with any FNBO checking account. Unlike any card you've seen, with unique design, raised detail, and premium finish. Pay in style everywhere you go. The new collection, only from FNBO. Visit fnbo.com/debit to get yours.
From your head to your toes, we're here to keep you moving. With consultation, treatment, and rehabilitation all in one location, it's easier than ever to get the level of care you deserve. Cheyenne Regional, we inspire great health.
R.J. Fox, Doug Arnold back at the field house, Cheyenne Central High School, as the Cheyenne Central Indians. And I knew coming into this ball game that Neil Summers was just going to be a load. He just performs. It doesn't matter really what kind of defense you're running on him.
Yeah.
And Randy Philbin has he's run a myriad of guys. He brought up Owen Woods from the JV. Woods 6'3" and a sophomore. But, I mean, he's throwing Tate Berry at him. Berry is 6'4" and a senior. He's throwing Will Little at him. Will is 6'4" and a senior. I mean, every tall guy that Cheyenne Central has, they have thrown at Neil Summers. And the result of that is Summers has 22 points here at halftime.
That's right.
Yeah.
And Central has 23.
And Central has 23. So if you take away all the other points from all the other Laramie team, Central leads by 1.
That's right.
It has been Neil Summers is something else to watch, and at 6'8", his footwork is good. He gets up and down the court pretty well.
Yep.
I mean, you can see that, and he has actually, I think, slimmed down from last year.
Well, I think he has too. He moves so good, and he's not really even hardly breaking a sweat. And he's up and down the floor faster than everybody.
Yeah.
He's just a great basketball player.
He is something else to watch, that's for sure. Let's check the scoring. First for Cheyenne Central, Tyler Hernandez with 8. He leads the Indians. He's got a couple of three-pointers in there. Cade Brown with 5, Will Little with 2, Chris Martin with 2, Matt Clausen with 4, Owen Woods with 2. The Indians scoring 12 in the first, and again have 23 here at the break. So 12 in the first, 11 in the second. For Laramie, and by the way, the Central Indians only going to the free throw line one time. Cade Brown in the first quarter went 1 of 2. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. And really, you can't really say it's heavily favored because Laramie has only attempted 5 free throws.
Right.
And they've only made 1. They're 1 of 5 from the charity stripe.
Well, they haven't really been real scrappy with each other until just towards the end of the half. It started to get a little chippy, but
yeah.
But really, they're playing pretty clean, and I think the officials are letting them play.
Yeah, I think so too.
More than some games we've seen. Over on the other side of town, a couple of times we've seen games where they
not quite so.
It's not quite as easy to let them play.
Yeah. Scoring for Laramie, as we've got ROTC, I believe it's ROTC festivities here at halftime. Neil Summers leads all scorers with 22. Is not even close. Blaze Getz with 3, Braden McKinney with 3, Max Alexander with 1, Jaden Smith with 2, Dax Parvin with 2. The Plainsmen put up 17 in the first and have 35 here at the break. All right, let's check the Wyoming High School boys basketball scoreboard. And we will start things out, of course, we started out Tuesday with Cheyenne Central, Cheyenne South, and Cheyenne Central getting the 60-20 win in that one. Then we roll ahead to Wednesday. This Laramie team defeated Cheyenne East in Laramie Wednesday night, 71-54.
Okay.
After East beat Laramie in East.
Yeah.
So I guess it depends on where you play. But Laramie with the win there. Laramie defeating, and Laramie is ranked 3rd. East is ranked 5th. But Laramie gets the win 71-54. Games yesterday in 4A, Jackson defeated Riverton 53-49. Cheyenne East defeated Cheyenne South 72-35, that again from Wednesday night. Star Valley defeated Evanston 53-52. Lancaster and Cook 25 points each for the Braves in that one. In Class 3A, Wheatland defeated Torrington 61-53. In some of the other ball games around the southeast part of our corner of the state, not a lot going on Thursday. On Friday, Natrona defeated Rock Springs in 4A 71-40. At the half, it is Campbell County leading Sheridan 38-28. That game, pretty good ball game. Campbell County number 1, Sheridan number 2. They're tied again at 38 at the half. In other games at halftime, Kelly Walsh leading Green River 42-16. And then, of course, this Laramie-Cheyenne Central contest. In 3A, looking down, not a lot going. Trying to find some stuff. Lingo Fort Laramie defeated Guernsey Sunrise 78-17. And Pine Bluffs is at Lusk tonight.
Yeah.
Pine Bluffs number 3 in 2A, Lusk number 4 in 1A. Should be a pretty competitive ball game, though, in that interclass matchup. Tomorrow's schedule, you'll see Rock Springs at Kelly Walsh. That's conference action. Green River at Natrona, and Star Valley will be at Riverton. Torrington at Pine Bluffs tomorrow, and that is a conference game. And that pretty much covers our little corner of the state. Oh, you got Lingo Fort Laramie. They'll take on Pine Bluffs tomorrow at 4 o'clock. That game in Pine Bluffs. All right, that's our scoreboard as we get set. Got 4 minutes stuck up there on the scoreboard clock as we have more festivities going on here at halftime. We'll take a 2-minute timeout, a 2-minute break here from the field house. 2 minutes. We're back to the field house. I'm RJ Fox. This is high school basketball on 1480 K-Ray.
Since 1986, here's a list.
Yeah, we might need another one.
Hi, this is Larry Proaty talking about affordable computer repair. Lanny at Affordable Computer Repair in Cheyenne reminds you whenever your personal computer, laptop, or iPad is not performing to your standards, then it's time to call Affordable Computer Repair in Cheyenne at 307-256-8971 and let Lanny's many years of experience fix or address the problems that may exist. Also, watch out for those bad elements out there to harm your computer. Affordable Computer Repair is the perfect choice to consult you on the proper maintenance for your systems. Remember, it's Affordable Computer Repair in Cheyenne. Please call 256-8971. MHP is a certified public accounting firm located in both Cheyenne and Fort Collins, offering accounting, tax, and consulting services to businesses, not-for-profit, government, and individual clients. MHP takes pride in their commitment to providing close, personal attention to their clients. They also
R.J.
continue
Fox,
to invest
Doug
time
Arnold
and
at the
resources
Fieldhouse
in
in
continuing
Cheyenne.
education, state-of-the-art computer technology, and
Mistake. First of all, the girls' game. Everybody's chasing Cheyenne Central. They are 10-0 in conference play. So
the T-Birds are going to be shooting for the Indians.
Absolutely.
The Lady Indians.
The Lady Indians.
The Lady T-Birds versus the Lady
Now,
Indians.
in the first contest, and that was like the second week, it was kind of brutal. Cheyenne Central took Cheyenne East right out of the ballgame.
Yeah.
And they took them out early, and that was that. But since then, neither squad has lost. So right now, you got Cheyenne East just one game behind Cheyenne Central in the standings. And why that is important, it was when you hit that regional tournament, and that regional tournament is here in Cheyenne. Cheyenne Central is the host. All the games are going to be played at Story Gymnasium.
Yep.
But the regional tournament on the 6th, 7th, and 8th of March, that's a Thursday, Friday, Saturday. All the games Thursday. The number one seed gets a bye.
Right.
In that first round. So they don't have to play until Friday. Not only do they not have to play until Friday, but really they get an automatic bid into the state tournament.
Right.
Everybody else got to play on Thursday, and it's one game elimination.
One and done.
One and done. If you do not win that first game, you're done. You're done, and that is going to be. I know a lot of the coaches are in favor of it, but you know, with 7 teams in the conference, in the East Conference, that's just the way it shook out.
So it gets rid of 3 teams.
Yeah, you'll get rid of 3 teams on the boys and the girls side. So that's the way it shakes up. It'll be 2 against 7, 3 against 6, and 4 and 5.
Yeah.
So that's the way it'll match up. So these seedings going to make a lot of difference.
They do.
How you come out, and it makes the regular season count. It really does, because you do not want to be the number 7 seed looking at number 2.
No, you don't.
And going, ooh. And that's kind of really what the Cheyenne Central Indians are looking at right now.
Yeah.
Well, actually, the Cheyenne South is right now the 7th seed. So they would have to play the number 2 seed, which might be Campbell County or might be Sheridan.
So they're seeded by win-loss record.
Win-loss record, conference record.
Okay.
Your conference record. That's how they'll be seeded, and my, oh my. All right, as we get set for the second half of action, your score 35-23. They got 8 minutes back up on the clock. The players are on the field. It'll be Laramie basketball to begin this third quarter of play. Smith at the top of the key. Kicks it around to Alexander at the free throw line. He'll dish it off. Three-pointer up and good. Braden McKinney. His second three-pointer of the game. He now has 6. 38-23, the lead 15. Davis will step up for Central. Puts that one up from the wing. Won't go. And Summers clears out the rebound for Laramie. Summers across half court. Tate Berry comes out to pick him up. Gives it off to Getz. Swings it around to McKinney. McKinney top of the key back to Smith. Smith on the elbow. Get it inside to Summers. And on the reach in, Tate Berry, I think, is going to get the call here.
I think you're right. You know, in watching that play right there, you can just see how much bigger Summers is than Berry.
Oh,
yeah. And that's the deal with, that's the problem. Height is not necessarily all there is to it.
No, it's just the size.
He's just a big kid.
Yeah.
And he's strong. So he just muscles his way around in there.
Yeah. And Tate Berry has picked up his third. He'll be replaced by Will Little. It'll be Laramie basketball underneath their own end. They just tap it into Summers. Summers taps it back. Now we'll get it top of the key, gives it off to McKinney. Back to Summers, top of the key. Thought about the three.
I know he did.
Gave it off to McKinney. McKinney's shot won't go. Rebound Cheyenne Central. Indians going to have to make some magic happen if they're going to get back into this one, as the Indians now will turn it over. Laramie back. Alexander trapped on the baseline. Cheyenne Central comes out with it. Davis with the pick on the pass. And now you'll get a whistle.
And I think when Laramie played East, I think Summers did pull up and shoot a three-pointer.
I think so. They're going to say Davis stepped on the end line.
Yeah, I think that's what
so
they're saying.
Laramie will get the ball underneath their own basket. They just lob it into Summers. Gives it off to Smith. Smith will drive into the lane, put up the right-hander, won't go. Summers with the rebound, lost it out of bounds, and ball will come back out to Cheyenne Central. So on the turnover, Davis kicks it over to Hernandez. Hernandez back to Davis. Davis back to Hernandez. Into the corner. Shot up for three. No good by Brenchley. Rebound Cheyenne Central. That's Clausen. His putback won't go. Rims out. And Laramie comes out with the basketball. McKinney on the far side to Summers. Top of the key. Summers almost has that one picked up, and now they will. Clausen caused that turnover as Summers just tried to hand it off to Alexander. Clausen was right in the middle of it. So it will be side out to the Indians as Davis will bring it down. Far side. On the wing. Takes it over to the corner to Clausen, who swings it out to Hernandez. Hernandez for three. Count it.
There you go. That's what they got to do.
Tyler Hernandez makes it 26-38. Laramie by 12. Smith gives it off to McKinney. McKinney, top of the key between the loops. Looking for somebody, finally gives it off to Alexander. Inside to Summers. Summers with the left hand, up, reverse layup won't go. Rebound, grabbed by Will Little, and here come the Indians on the run. Davis thought about the three. Now will drive to the free throw line. There's the backdoor pass. Hernandez can't make it go, and Summers will clear it out for the Plainsmen. Summers down the middle of the lane, kicked it to Smith. Smith to the free throw line. Kick it out to McKinney. Up for three, won't go. Davis with the rebound, and you'll get a whistle. Max Alexander gets his first, team's first. It'll be Central basketball. Cade Brown will check in for Tyler Hernandez. So Davis, Brown, Clausen, Will Little, and Brenchley for Cheyenne Central. Brown, top of the key, gives it off to Davis. Davis shot that in. There's turned up into the lane. Nate Brenchley will make that one go, and you'll get a whistle. Max Alexander picks up his second, and Nate Brenchley will have a chance at the old-fashioned 3. 4:34 to go here on the Pepsi scoreboard.
Let's see if he can make it. This 3 points would be.
Get it under 10. That's what you want to do.
They're whittling away on it. They just got to whittle a little harder.
Brenchley, a left-hander, steps in, puts it up, and makes it go. So Brenchley, the old-fashioned 3, makes it 29-38. The lead cut to 9. Smith is trapped, finally gets it off to Summers, who will swing it around to McKinney. McKinney inside to Summers, who's double teamed. Backdoor pass, there's the backdoor layup, Max Alexander. And that's another thing that Summers can do. You double team him, he finds the open guy.
Yeah.
There's Davis. He'll drive down the lane. There's the pass, shot up, no good by Clausen, as Summers was right there in his grill. Laramie comes out with the basketball. Summers tried to shoot a pass into Smith. That one's going to be kicked by one of the Central players. Dax Parvin checks in for Laramie. He'll replace Blaze Getz. And in for Central will be Chris Martin, as he'll replace Tyler Davis. Laramie going left to right across your K-Ray radio dial here in this second half. With the basketball, Getz to Summers for 3, count it. And Neil Summers now with 25.
I told you. Told you he was going to shoot a 3-pointer.
He's got some range. Clausen with the basketball, kicks it out to Little. Little. Turnaround jumper from 10 makes it go. 43-31. Laramie with the lead. And the basketball. As they get it in, there's a shot up, no good by Smith. Summers the rebound, but a whistle. And that is going to be number 3 on Will Little. So Tate Berry's got 3, Will Little's got 3. Headed to the line for Laramie will be Jaden Smith. He'll get a pair. First shot by Smith is good. Tate Berry will come back in for Central. He'll replace Smith. Tyler Davis also back in for Cheyenne Central as he takes Matt Clausen out. Jaden Smith with one more. See a lot of the Cheyenne East players across the way.
Yeah.
And now the turnover. My goodness, Tyler Davis went to inbound the ball, and the official called him as a line violation.
He stepped on the line.
Stepped on the line, and now Laramie's going to get it right back.
The wrong way.
Yeah, they get it off to Summers. He'll shoot for 3, missed everything. That one will go out of bounds. Last touch by Laramie, so Central will get the ball. Davis kicks it into Brown. Brown down the far side. Working against Smith. Gives it out to Berry. Berry, top of the key. Takes to Brenchley. Gives it off to Brown. Brown back to Berry in the corner. Tries the baseline. Summers cuts it off. And, yeah, good move there by Tate Berry. Berry was cut off on the baseline and didn't have anywhere to go. He jumped up and bounced the ball right off of Neil Summers' foot.
Right off his foot.
And the ball, of course, goes right back out of bounds.
And Summers just looked at him.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing?
What are you doing? Indians basketball, as again, Brenchley will try the baseline, won't go. Kicks it out for a jumper. That is no good. Rebound, Tate Berry. He will put it back up, won't go. And a fight for the rebound. Jump ball is the call. The rebound, or the possession, is pointed toward Cheyenne Central. 2:26 to go on the Pepsi scoreboard. 31-45. The lead is 14. Central had it down to 10, had it down to 9 just a minute or two ago. But then a couple of three-pointers took care of that. As Davis into the lane, puts it up off the back of the iron, won't go. Summers skies for the rebound, clears it out for the Plainsman. Gives it off to Smith. Smith, top of the key. Comes near side on the elbow, swings it around to Alexander. Now they'll go all the way around to Smith. Into the corner to Parvin. Parvin back to Smith. Smith inside. Now you're going to get some bumps and you're going to get a whistle. Nate Brenchley gets his first. That'll be the third team foul. In for Laramie, Braden McKinney. .153 to go as they get it into Smith. Smith right on the return pass. McKinney inbounded it, got it to Smith, and then Smith just fired it right back at him. And he had an open look to the bucket, made it 31-47 as Cade Brown up with the left hand won't go. Rebound Laramie. And again, one and done for Cheyenne Central. 1:29 to go on the Pepsi scoreboard. Laramie looking inside. Summers working hard. And Tate Berry right there with him. The size difference is huge. And now Cade Brown will make the pick. Gets it off to Davis. Davis has his shot blocked by Smith. And Laramie comes up with the loose ball. Davis had the layup. Smith went right up at it. There's a long three-pointer. Won't go. Rebound grabbed by Central. Chris Martin with the rebound. Under a minute. Third quarter. Runner, one-hander down the lane. Won't go. Rebound fought for. Put back up. No good by Berry. And again, a fight for the rebound. Ball knocked out of bounds and a whistle. Braden McKinney gets his first for Laramie. Third team foul. Headed to the line for Cheyenne Central will be Chris Martin. Martin will get a pair. Makes the first one.
Summers is going out of the game for a rest.
Yeah, you got 40 seconds left in the quarter.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy's only got 25 points.
Yeah.
Who knows how many rebounds and assists.
Who knows?
Yeah. And second shot, no good by Martin. Rebound grabbed by Laramie. Getz will bring it down for the Plainsmen. Trapped in the corner. Gets it off to Smith. Swings it over to McKinney. McKinney for three. Missed it. There's the putback, though, by Dax Parvin. And Dax Parvin makes it 49-32, the lead to 17. Central, Davis takes the 10-footer, won't go. 8 seconds left. Smith with the rebound. 5 seconds. He'll just set up, take the three, and make it.
That's how you do it.
So Jaden Smith puts a punctuation mark on that quarter, and the Plainsmen lead by 20. 1 quarter to go. It's Laramie 52, Cheyenne Central 32. We're back in 30. You're listening to high school basketball on 1480 KREF.
She shoots, she scores. It's nothing but net for your family dinner tonight at Two Doors Down. Two Doors Down is perfect for the active family with an expanded menu featuring Cheyenne's favorite gourmet burgers served with bottomless fries to your favorite platters, pastas, pizza, salads, a full kids menu, and much, much more. It's Two Doors Down. For a complete menu and specials, go to twodoorsdown.net. Two Doors Down, 118 East 17th Street. Flippin' great burgers since 2009.
R.J. Fox, Doug Arnold back at the field house, Cheyenne Central High School.
Hey, RJ,
this game has kind of been the Neil Summers show.
It is.
25 points in this one.
That drum thing they were doing is my favorite part of the game.
That's it? Yeah.
Yeah, I love that part.
Yeah. That's
Now,
pretty active, man. It gets
it's
you hopped
over.
up.
Now
Yeah,
it's
now
over.
it's done.
They do it at East, too.
Now I can't hear a darn thing.
You can't hear anything?
Central will come out with Barry, Hernandez, Davis, Brenchley, and Clausen.
Okay, here we go.
Or I'm sorry, Cade Brown in the lineup. It'll be Laramie basketball to begin this fourth, and there you go. Davis makes the steal, takes it away from Summers on the drive. You're going to get a whistle here. Davis had it, and they're going to say just knocked out of bounds, last touched by Laramie. So Central, Hernandez on the elbow, swings it across to Davis. Finds Brenchley. Brenchley on the crossover, the drive up and good.
Okay.
Nate Brenchley with his fifth point or sixth point.
They need to do the press just like the girls do.
Yeah. Or rather, they gave that was Matt Clausen. As the ball knocked out of bounds, it'll be last touched by Cheyenne Central. So Laramie will retain possession. They'll inbound right in front of the Central bench. There's a pass intended for Summers over his head, believe it or not. Alexander comes down with it for Laramie, though. And now they'll get it into Summers, and Summers will just lay it up off the glass and good. Summers now with 27. Davis drives in there amongst the tall timber, got it up over Summers, and are they going to count it? So count the bucket. Davis gets his first points of the ball game. And with the foul will be Dax Parvin, his first. Headed to the line will be Tyler Davis, chance at the old-fashioned three. Made it.
There you go.
So with 6:56 to go on the Pepsi scoreboard, as Smith, oh man, I tell you.
That's how you beat the press.
Yeah, that's how you beat the press. As Dax Parvin standing all alone underneath the bucket, Smith finds him for the easy two. And Cheyenne Central again trying to make something go. Hernandez on the reverse layup over Summers, can't get that to fit. And Laramie comes out with the basketball. Smith. And that one is going to be headed for it. The ball went into the Laramie bench. Now you're going to get the foul here. Tyler Hernandez gets his second.
Timeout.
And now you'll get a timeout on the floor. 6:28 to go on the Pepsi scoreboard. 37-56, 19-point lead for Laramie. Back in 30, you're listening to and watching high school basketball on 1480 K-Ray.
Chick-fil-A at Windmill and Delrange serves up breakfast, lunch, and dinner each Monday through Saturday. And at Chick-fil-A, they don't have to stray from their menu. They're proud of what they do all the time. Chicken. Check them out online at CheyenneChicken.com and have them cater your next event. Use the convenient drive-thrus. Come inside or use the Chick-fil-A app to do your next order. Chick-fil-A at Windmill and Delrange.
R.J. Fox, Doug Arnold back at the field house, Cheyenne Central. The Indians will come out with Tate Berry, is that Connor Shumway? No, it is. No, it's not.
23, 32.
That's Tate Berry, Tyler Hernandez, Tyler Davis, Nate Brenchley, and Max Clausen. So Central out there with their starters. Coming out of the break, Laramie basketball. They'll get it into McKinney. McKinney to Summers. Summers down the lane. Going to put that off the back of the iron. Won't go. Rebound Cheyenne Central. Hernandez. He'll take a run down the line. Gets it out. Shot up for three. Count that one.
It's a nice shot.
Nate Brenchley cuts the lead to 16. 40-56. Summers on the break, and you're going to get the offensive charge here on Neil Summers. And I'll tell you what, kudos to Tate Berry.
Yeah. It's like standing on the railroad tracks.
The train's coming, and Tate stood his ground.
Summers just looked up.
He might feel that one in the morning.
I think Summers heard me say that.
Yeah.
He looked up here right when I said it.
Yeah, the crowd has thinned out a little bit.
A little bit.
As the lead is 16 with 5:55 to go. Davis gives it off to Hernandez. Hernandez to Berry. Berry out on top between the loops. Hands it off to Brenchley. Brenchley over to the far side to Davis. Hernandez. Hernandez at the free throw line. Davis for three. Long range. Made it work. Tyler Davis now with 6 in the quarter. And now Central's got him tied up, and Central with the steal. Davis into the corner. Kicks it out to Hernandez. Hernandez will drive. He'll lay it up and in. 45-56. Central comes out and makes a run. 5:12 to go in the contest. And it's still Laramie by a bunch, but the Central Indians are getting closer. We're back in 30. You're listening to and watching high school basketball on 1480 K-Ray.
In the last week of July, you'll find the superstars of rodeo at Cheyenne Frontier Days. The world's top cowboys, cowgirls, buck and broncs, and toughest bulls. Grab your hat, pull on your boots, and join in the Cowboys' favorite rodeo. Rodeo tickets on sale now. Cheyenne.
R.J. Fox, Doug Arnold, the field house, Cheyenne Central. Making a bit of a run here in this fourth quarters. A 13-4 run at the moment.
I think that press.
They've cut into the lead.
It did. The press is helping them. They're going to have to keep doing that.
Now, 45-56. It is an 11-point lead. Laramie has the basketball with a long way to go. Again, Central with that full court press. Laramie breaks the press. Gets with it on the far side, holds up, got Summers. Summers drops it for Alexander. Shot doesn't go, but a whistle on the play. And that was an offensive foul on Neil Summers.
Another train wreck.
There's a couple of Central players that are going to be feeling that in the morning. I know they are. So with 5 minutes to go, Central with a chance to cut in even further. Davis at the free throw line. Gives it off to Clausen. Clausen, top of the key to Davis. Down to the corner. That's Brenchley. Brenchley on the baseline to Davis. He'll take the three. Skips off the far side. No good. Laramie with the rebound. And now the turnover. Alexander not looking for the pass. Hits him right in the back, and Central gets it back. Davis again with a chance for three. Again it rims out. The putback by Brenchley is no good. Summers the rebound. Here's the long pass to Alexander over his head, but Davis is going to tip it away. Can't control it. Ball's going to go out of bounds. Last touch by Cheyenne Central.
That was a lot of shots that didn't go.
A lot of shots that didn't go. So again, the lead is 11. Still plenty of time, 4:17 to go. Laramie just inbounds to Summers. He'll hand it off to Smith. Smith swings it around the near side to Alexander. Off to Parvin. Parvin, he'll go to the lane, gives it off to Summers, back to Smith. Laramie will reset. Gives it off, gets, takes the three, count it. And that's a dagger right there.
That was.
As Blaze Getz makes it 45-59. Davis swings it out to Brenchley. Brenchley, and now you'll get a foul. Blaze Getz, I believe, has picked up his third. It'll be Central basketball in front of their own bench. They get it into Hernandez. Hernandez will drive, put up the floater, won't go. Summers got the rebound. He'll skip it ahead to Smith. Smith now working one-on-one. Gets it across half court where he'll be trapped. And now might have been an over and back. Ooh. And ball's going to be knocked away by Hernandez. Pass was intended for Alexander, who was all alone. Ball will be tipped out of bounds. Last touch by Central. 3:21 to go on the Pepsi scoreboard. And they just get it into Summers. And Summers about 2 feet away from the basket. Going to get the bucket. And he's going to get the foul.
When it rains, it pours.
When it rains, it pours. Clausen with the foul. Summers goes to the line. Chance at the old-fashioned three. He is 0 for 1 from the charity stripe so far. Big left-hander makes that one look pretty easy.
30 points.
Yeah, and he got just like that, 30 points. 62-45. Central clawed like heck to get back in. And then just like that, Laramie goes on a little run as the drive by Davis won't go. Rebound tapped right back out to Davis. He'll put it back up, won't go. Rebound comes back out to Tate Berry, and Berry will be hammered on his way to the basket. Blaze Getz will get number 4.
Berry's got to be getting sore.
And now you've got Getz limping over to the Laramie bench.
Well,
might have banged some knees.
Berry was gimping around too out there while he was.
So Tate Berry, who is scoreless, goes to the line. He'll have a pair. Tate Berry has had his hands full all night with Neil Summers. Left that one short. As Will Little, I believe, is ready to check in.
Looks like it.
Yeah, to come in for Berry. Berry nails the second one. And Will Little does come in for Tate Berry. Laramie basketball. They get it to Smith. Smith to Summers. Summers. Pass intended into the left corner to Dax Parvin. Parvin was cutting towards the basket. The ball went into the corner, and therefore the turnover.
Yep.
2:46 to go. Not sure if Central's got enough firepower to get back into this one. They get it in. There's a shot up, no good by Little. There was a couple of players that had a hand on that one, Summers included. Summers comes out with the basketball. He'll give it off to Smith. Smith, top of the key. Double team. They get it into Summers, and now you'll get Summers on the offensive charge. Nice play there by Tyler Davis. Neil Summer will get his third.
I think all three of his fouls have been on Tyler Davis.
Yeah, I mean, offensive charge, offensive charge, offensive charge. So Central gets it back. Davis looking for somebody. Little now gives it off to Cade Brown. Brown's shot won't go. Long rebound comes out to Davis. Davis is going to get a timeout here. Randy Philbin. Davis didn't have anywhere to go with the ball. It is 1:57 left. It is 46-62. Laramie leads. We're back in 30. You're listening to and watching high school basketball on 1480 K-Ray.
Whether it's snow, sleet, or ice, winter weather can cause extremely dangerous road conditions. Preparing yourself and your vehicle for winter weather is key. If you're stopped or stalled in wintry weather, stay focused on yourself and your passengers, your car, and your surroundings. Stay with your car. Let your car be seen. Be mindful of carbon monoxide poisoning. Don't run your car for long periods of time with the windows up or in an enclosed space. You know the rules. Do not text or drive distracted. Obey posted speed limits and always drive sober. Both alcohol and drugs can impair safe and responsible driving by affecting things such as coordination, judgment, perception, and reaction time. And remember, always wear your seatbelt. Paid for by Federal Highway Safety Funds.
R.J. Fox, Doug Arnold at the field house, Cheyenne Central.
It's a long time out over there in Laramie.
Yeah, they're talking about a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Laramie's got a little lackadaisical from time to time, and that's when Cheyenne Central's been able to make their runs.
Yeah, I think you're right.
You've got $1:57 left on the Pepsi scoreboard. 62-46 is your score.
You still got to stay playing hard.
Still got to play hard, yeah. Central with the basketball. Cade Brown. Brown, top of the key. Kicks it out to Davis. Davis swings it around. Now at the three-point line, inside to Will Little. Little trying to drive against Summers, and Summers just bumped him, and that is foul number 4. More than that, it is foul number 5.
Yeah, it is foul number 5. Same thing happened to him at East. He
got into foul trouble.
But by that time.
Yeah, by that time the game was out of hand. Will Little will head to the line for Cheyenne Central. He'll get 2. Makes the first. So cuts the lead to 15. Makes them both. So the lead's 14.
Yeah, I think it might still be 4.
Yeah, Laramie with the basketball. Ahead quickly. They get it to Parvin down in the corner. He'll kick it back out to Smith. Smith going to get double teamed. Ball stolen away by Davis. Davis will drive, put up the shot, won't go. A whistle. Jaden Smith going to get the foul. His second. Headed to the line for Cheyenne Central will be Tyler Davis, and he'll get a pair. Made the first. Missed the second. Smith clears it out for Laramie. 49-62 as Smith will drive and a whistle.
Whoops.
I believe Brenchley, Nate Brenchley, his second. Only the team's 4th, but they're going to say Smith was in the act. So Jaden Smith will head to the free throw line.
Yeah. He was close to traveling. He must have got fouled.
Oh, it's very close to traveling. Shot in and out as Smith flatlined that one. Gets one more. Knocks it home. He's 3 for 6 from the line to make it 63-49. Central down in a hurry. Brown to Davis. Davis. And I think that might have been intended.
It was an alley-oop.
I'm not sure. I'm thinking it was an alley-oop to Colin Bailey. But that one was about 2 feet over Bailey's head, or at least 2 feet over his outstretched arm. So with the turnover, and now Bailey will make the steal on the press. Bailey kicks it back to Will Little. Little got away with a travel. That's all right. Bailey from the corner for 3. Count it.
So I was watching Bailey in the JV game, and he played a hell of a game.
Yeah. Oh, he played a great game.
He is a strong ball player.
And the best part about it, he's a junior. He'll be back next year. 49-63. As again, oh man, almost the interception. Now you'll get the foul on the bump as going for the steal was Cade Brown. Brown going for the steal. Bumps into Max Alexander. That'll send Alexander to the line for a couple of free throws with 42.5 to go. Makes the first. Neil Summers has 30 points in this ballgame.
Yeah, he does.
Hard to defend.
It is. What do you do? You know.
Yeah. And Central, I thought, have done a good job. They've thrown every tall kid they had at him. All 4 of them as a pass intended for Will Little going to be kicked. So ball comes back to Central. They'll get it under their own basket.
Okay.
Davis will inbound. Gets it into Brenchley. Brenchley in the corner. Steps in, dribble drive, kicks it out, and you'll get a whistle. Max Alexander, his third, 32.6 to go, and this game has just kind of turned into a mess. Brenchley will head to the line for 2 more. Makes the first. Missed the second, and Smith gets the rebound. Tied up. Nice job by Nate Brenchley. Missed the second free throw. Smith got the rebound. Brenchley tied him up.
And Central gets the ball.
And Central gets the ball back. So the lead is 15 with 30.6 on the Pepsi scoreboard. And Brenchley will trigger it in for Central. Gets it into Will Little. Shot is blocked.
Smith.
By Jaden Smith. And now the outlet pass stolen by Cade Brown, who makes the 3-pointer. But I'm thinking it's a little too late as Laramie gets it into Summers with 10 seconds. And on the easy bucket, Dax Parvin cleans up on the break, and that will end the ball game. Laramie gets the win, 67-53, on the back of 30 points from Neil Summer. We'll be back and wrap this one up in the field house back in 2 minutes. You're listening to and watching high school basketball on 1480 K-Ray.
No reason to slow down now. The new 2025 Kia K5 is here at Kia of Cheyenne. I'm AJ Miller, and the new 2025 Kia K5 now has a larger, more powerful standard engine, or add a turbocharged engine with 290 horsepower. Get standard remote start and climate control, or go for all-wheel drive, heated seats, and steering wheel to be ready for any season. Kia of Cheyenne gives you more value for the money. Call 775-0123 or go to KiaofCheyenne.com and we'll make it easy.
At Fat Boys Tire and Auto, our business is about more than just selling tires and fixing cars. We believe in faith, family, and community. The Fat Boys family has been serving Wyoming and Nebraska for over 50 years, and 3 generations later, our values have never changed. When you need tires or auto repairs, find the Fat Boys, and we'll treat you like family. Fat Boys Tire and Auto in Cheyenne, Laramie, Scottsbluff, and Wheatland. Get price quotes and schedule service at fatboystires.com.
Ready to level up? Show your team pride every time you pay with the new lineup of FNBO Visa Debit Fan Cards. Free with any FNBO checking account. Unlike any card you've seen, with unique design, raised detail, and premium finish. Pay in style everywhere you go. The new collection, only from FNBO. Visit fnbo.com/debit to get yours.
From your head to your toes, we're here to keep you moving. With consultation, treatment, and rehabilitation all in one location, it's easier than ever to get the level of care you deserve. Cheyenne Regional, we inspire great health.
In the last week of July, you'll find the superstars of rodeo at Cheyenne Frontier Days. The world's top cowboys, cowgirls, buck and broncs, and toughest bulls. Grab your hat, pull on your boots, and join in the Cowboys' favorite rodeo. Rodeo tickets on sale now. Cheyenne Frontier Days, the wildest ride in the West.
That's the sound of a Mountain Dew. And that's you enjoying its refreshing citrus kick. That's a cool breeze suddenly whistling through your hair.
Whoa!
That's you realizing you're now on a mountain.
This is epic!
That's you stating the obvious. That's you stepping up to the plate. That's you winning your kickball game.
Yes! Let's go!
That's you taking another sip of your
Mountain
Do the Do.
Arnold back at the field house for Cheyenne Central. Comes up short against the Laramie Plainsmen, 67-53. So for the Plainsmen, they swept East and Central this week. So they're pretty solid in that 4 spot, maybe even move up to a 3 spot.
I think so. I
Yeah.
think they are every bit as good as the top 2 teams.
Yeah, they certainly are. Central falls to 1-9 in the conference, 6-14 overall. Laramie goes to 6-4 in conference and 14-6 overall. Scoring for Cheyenne Central, they were led by Tyler Hernandez with 13. Tate Berry had 1, Cade Brown with 8, Tyler Davis with 7, all in the 4th quarter. Will Little had 4, Chris Martin with 3, Colin Bailey with 3, Nate Brenchley with 7, Matt Clausen with 6, Owen Woods with 2. The Central Indians scoring 12 in the first, 11 in the second, 9 in the third, 24 in the 4th quarter.
Yeah.
But Laramie, by then, Laramie just had they were more than willing to just kind of trade runs back and forth.
They had it in cruise control.
Yeah.
And they were just keeping control of the game.
Yeah.
And
and Laramie could, they played for a state title last year. They played Cheyenne Central in the title game and played them tough. So for Laramie, you know what? You win the game on Thursday, you get yourself a trip to the state tournament, and all of a sudden you just cut Neil Summers loose.
Right.
I'm not saying that he's not loose already. The guy had 30 points tonight.
Yeah.
I did not keep track of the assists or the blocks or the rebounds, but 30 points was enough.
Yeah.
Scoring for the rest of the Laramie team, Blaze Getz had 6. Braden McKinney with 8, Max Alexander with 5, Jaden Smith with 10, and Dax Parvin with 8. Again, Laramie gets the win, 67-53. All right, we want to remind you that our next broadcast is coming your way a week from tonight, as we'll be at Story Gymnasium. It will be Cheyenne Central and Cheyenne East, and that is looking to be a couple of pretty good ball games. I'm looking forward to it.
That's like homecoming for me.
Yeah, and it's at Story Gym.
At Story Gym, and I haven't done any games at Story Gym.
We finally found a building older than us.
Yeah. I noticed there's lots of lines on the floor there.
A lot.
It's like
they do a lot of things at Story Gym.
It's a multi-purpose building.
It is.
I got a lot of memories in that old gym. So.
Oh man, I'm not sure if this is a family-rated show.
Well, I mean, I did play sports. I ran those stairs a million times.
Yeah. Well, when you're young, you can do stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah, you can.
All right. Our high school basketball on 1480 K-Ray is brought to you by Affordable Computer Repair, MHP LLP, FNBO, Kia of Cheyenne, Cheyenne Regional Medical Center, Chick-fil-A, Cheyenne Frontier Days, Wyoming Department of Transportation, Halliday Subaru, Meridian Trust Federal Credit Union, 2 Doors Down, First Tier Bank, Burns Insurance Agency, Gill Window Company, Page Lane at Number 1 Properties, Cheyenne Auto Repair and Service, Platte Valley Bank, Fat Boys Tires, and of course, our scoreboard sponsor, a sad one, sort of, tonight. The girls get the win, the boys not so much.
That's the way it rolls.
That's the way it rolls. So until next Friday night, for our board operator, Larry, back at the studio, thanks for keeping us on. For Doug Arnold, I'm R.J. Fox. Have a good evening, everyone. We now send you back to regular programming on 1480 K-Ray. All right, dude, later. Bye.
See ya.